Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Order from us today at www.jewellerymaker.com.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Lara De-Leuw and this is the Jewellery Maker Late Show. Guess who I've got with me today? Can anyone remember Snakey McSnakeface? The owner and creator of Snakey McSnakeface is here today with me. See, it is, of course, the one and only gorgeous Jem. I'm looking at it at the moment because we're waiting for a mic to kick in. Is it in?
Let's hope so.
Snakey McSnakeface!
Hi!
Hey, how are you, my lovely?
I'm brilliant, thank you, darling. Lovely surprise to see you this evening.
It has been amazing. When I found out it was you, it's like, yes!
Party time!
I was trying to convince her to name one of her pieces Dragon Face, but it has been denied, hasn't it?
Denied, I'm afraid.
Denied. When you see the kits we've got, we're actually going to put them on pre-order as of now. Both of the kits tonight are incredible. We're going for the Celtic theme, so of course Jem was the perfect person to do that. And when you see, you need to see the designs. When you see what is not known as Dragon Face. This is not Dragon Face. This is stunning. You said it actually started off life as a phoenix, didn't you?
Yes, because he is made basically in two parts. The wings are separate, and the first set of wings I made curved up over his head. And
Like
when
a
I
phoenix.
laid them all together, he looked so much like a phoenix. I thought, whoops. So my husband and I got our heads together, and he said, why don't you make something that's a bit more reminiscent of bat wings? So this is Adam West, the dragon.
That was it. That's what we named. Well, you named him Adam West, of course.
Adam West.
And we did say we need to get him in. What was it? Was it a Hawaiian t-shirt or was it the shorts that he said? I can't remember in that episode.
Remember.
I can't remember. I think it was a shirt. I really love the tail. I love how you've done the tail. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's actually where you start on this design.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Brilliant. So this is actually the second kit that you're seeing. There is 70 of them on pre-order for you. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. Now, what's the code for it? OB, was that P? OBGC29. OBGC for Charlie 29. That's the kit number for that one. Now, if we have a look at the next one, I love this one as well. This one's got turquoise in it and lapis lazuli, and oh my life, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is my favourite. This is my favourite. I love it. Absolutely love it. And you've got to see, I mean, the sword. The sword is stunning, isn't it? Which one are you going to be demonstrating on this particular kit?
The piece that is leftmost on the screen, which is a 4-petalled eternal flower.
Ooh. And I also want to point out, for anybody who used to watch Charmed,
Big fan.
I love Charmed, absolutely love it. When you see, can we just have a look at the, how much like the Charmed symbol is this? I just kept singing at you earlier, didn't I? I'm human and I need to be loved. Was that the Smiths?
No, I forget who it was, but it
Cool.
was a fairly unknown band, to be honest.
was it?
Certainly in the United Kingdom, possibly more so in the States, but it's not somebody that springs immediately to mind.
Oh. Well, there we are. If you know the answer to who actually sang the song at the beginning of Charmed, please do let me know, because I would like to know. I really would. Now, I do have a few heads up to give you. Now, this one is going to be on pre-order as well. What's the code for this one? Say that again, my lovely. Ivy. Oh, IV. Right, IVGC49. So IVGC49, or ask the call centre for the one with turquoise in. I'm sure they'll know what you're talking about. Also got a heads up for my must-have today. This is incredible, and I'm extremely excited about this. This, can we do pre-orders on this one? I don't suppose we can. Can we? Right, there is only 100 of these, but I am told that we can actually have this on pre-order. This, I've been waiting for something like this for a long time. Are you actually going to put the whole show on pre-order? Unfortunately, we can't put the whole show on pre-order, but when you see the items coming up, you're going to want to do that. Now, oh, can I actually say that? Right, so if you are wondering what you are looking at when you see this, this is, believe it or not, pink sapphire. It is our must-have today. It's a stunning, stunning strand, and it's guaranteed under £30. That's coming up at 8 o'clock. Now, let's do some miss it, miss out to start off with. Dun, 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 dun. On and gone. Miss it, miss out. It's all good. Starting off with, I'm going to bring you some red magnesite. Always reminds me of Magneto from the X-Men.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I better take my ring off, hadn't I? There we are. Good start to the show. Still got my ring on. Can I leave that on? It is just a band, yes. I'm allowed a band. Oh, lovely. This is red magnesite. It's beautiful. It's actually magnesite that's been dyed, and it's taken this beautiful hue. It's more like a pinky magenta-y colour, isn't it, than a bright, bright red.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
It's very summery.
Very fresh.
Very fresh, just like the price we're going to be starting with. We're going to start as we mean to go on. We are going to be going low. I was about to say that's not a bad start, but actually that's just, you know, choked the back of my throat there. £2.95 for magnesite. That is a buy it for the sake of buying it strand, isn't it? £2.95. You can mix and match. You can let your kids have a go at making jewellery. That's fabulous.
Definitely. Yeah, beautiful.
I'm thinking of what else you can get. £2.95 is the equivalent of, well, coffee in some places, isn't it? Susie's already there, Donna's already there in Hertfordshire, Roseanne's already there. You're flying in. Flying in on a jet plane. Not leaving on a jet plane, flying in on a jet plane. Or a helicopter. Do you know what? Talking of helicopters, I had a really bizarre... Zena, if you're watching, I had a really bizarre dream about you last night. You were in a helicopter and you were flying over fields to come and visit me. It was bizarre.
Have you ever been on a helicopter? Or in a helicopter?
No, I haven't.
No, me neither. Quite fancy that.
No. She had this really determined look on her face. And I looked out the window and went, what on earth is that? There's Zena in. Now, I got a message come through from Sue in London. Charmed fan here. Yay! Loved it. And I love Jem's jewellery this evening. Gorgeous as ever. It really is, isn't it? I've got to say, loads of them. I just love every single one. Mandy says, that is the triquetra from the cover of the Book of Shadows, just without its outer circle. Stunning jewellery. Now, can I just point out, there is another triquetra, is it?
Triquetra.
Triquetra with a circle, which is on the other kit. So I think you'll appreciate that one. Another message come through from Sarah. Hi, the song for Charmed was called How Soon Is Now by a band called Love Spit.
Thank you so much. I never would have remembered that in 1,000 years, but I do remember it wasn't a massive, massive band name.
I genuinely thought it was something like The Cure or The Smiths, because the voice was very...
It's a great tune, great
It's amazing
vocals,
tune, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, does it? Okay, so apparently there is a Smiths song which has that line in it, I'm human and need to be loved.
Ah, okay.
So maybe, and that's called How Soon Is Now. Hold on. So did Love Spit then cover that?
Do you know what? I think there will be some search engineing after the show.
I think there needs to be, because now that's... Can I just say, congratulations. It is a cover. It is a cover. So I was right. Let me get on there. There we are. We're all correct. We're all right. Huzzah. Huzzah. There we are. Nostalgia moment there. Now, let me just... What was the number of the box, my lovely? Indeed. Now, you've got something very similar. Are you about to throw that at me? You can throw it at me if you like. I don't think I'll catch it, but...
I'm an absolutely awful throw. Awful.
I haven't got my glasses on, so I won't see where it'll go, so it's all good. So it is actually, it's very, very similar. So the bit that I've got on my hand, or the strand that I've got on my hand, is the strand that I'm bringing to you right now, which is the Baltic Cognac Amber Nuggets, 10 by 8 to 15 by 10 millimetres. And this is the bracelet that Jem has. I love this.
Very, very simple, entry-level design with memory wire. And
That's
the
beautiful.
silver spaces that you get on the strand just work so beautifully with it.
So these are actually the spaces that were on there we are. So this is what you could make. Now this strand, there are 7 chances remaining, and that is it. So if you see it, you like it, you love it, you want it, grab it at $21.95, and that is stunning. You do get the silver spaces in there as well, so just like with the bracelet, you can literally use them in your design. And get yourself a few charms. Dun, 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 added to the end. Love the butterfly charm, gorgeous.
That was a birthday present from one of our viewers. Sarah in Suffolk bought me that, bless her.
Absolutely love it. I'm not going to throw it, I'm going to place it here by your other jewellery, if
Thank you,
that's
darling.
all right. Because I'm a useless throw as well. It'll end up over there somewhere instead of in that direction.
We need to go to the beach and play frisbee. We'd take out thousands of people,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
that'd be brilliant. We'd have an empty beach by the end of the afternoon.
That's
Sorted.
the idea.
6 chances remaining on this one. That is it. All I can say is good luck. The quality of these is stunning. I mean, look how clear. Look how clear every single one of these is. They are blissful, aren't they? They're so beautiful. You've got a clarity to these which you don't normally get with average amber. I love them. And the fact you get those silver spaces there as well, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it is sterling silver. That is 925 sterling silver. That's not a coated metal. That is actual 925 sterling silver that you're getting there. So it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Good luck on those ones. Only 5 chances remaining. I'm going to leave those final few there with you. Now, next up, ooh, we were just mentioning about charms. Here we are. And butterflies. I've actually got some butterfly charms here. These are so cute. They're cute. Cootie, cootie. There's 3 of them as well. 3 of them in a pack. Let me just get a pair of tweezers so I can show you. They're all sterling silver. Beautiful little butterfly charms. 11 mils each. 3 pieces in a pack, and you'll never guess how much. £1.33 each. Cool, blimey. £1 and a few pennies each. That's phenomenal, not even £1.50 each. And they are 925 sterling silver, beautiful lightweight. Imagine if you got that strand that we've just seen with the amber, with the sterling silver spacers, and then you've got these as the little charms. You could actually recreate something very similar to what Jem has done with her design there. How lovely would that be? That's beautiful. And you could, if you wanted to, if you were selling at a stall, you could separate them out and sell them individually. £2 each, £3 each. I think that would be reasonable for sterling silver. That's stunning. Oh, a pair of earrings and a pendant. Right there. Right there. I've got to say, I do love butterflies. I think they're one of those I want to say creatures, I suppose it's the best way to describe them. One of those creatures that are very symbolic, very beautiful, and always are in fashion. There's a lot of prints at the moment, aren't there, with butterflies on. Beautiful floral patterns and butterflies, massive at the moment. Collectors, well done in Suffolk, Somerset, Glamorgan in Hampshire there as well. Well done, my lovelies. Are you going to make them into a pendant and earrings? Or are you going to make them into, could you make it into a ring?
Oh, you absolutely could. In fact, you could use all three and it would be like a little cluster of butterflies all going for a little gemstone flower in the middle, put some little hoops on and just attach exactly with a jump ring perhaps, or you could even go for a very tiny lobster claw and then they could be interchangeable.
Oh, I like the idea of that. I do. There we are. Moving on from that one, because I've got loads to bring you. Now, oh, you're going to love this one. I've got the tune in my head now. I'm a massive charm fan. Loved it. We were discussing who did we have a little crush on Leo?
Yes.
I said no, mine was Cole. You weren't too keen on the eyebrows.
Not so
They were
much
a
on the
little bit
eyebrows.
On the,
overgroomed.
very caterpillar-like as well. You know, like the fuzzy caterpillars. The really fuzzy ones. You know, the ones that...
The furry caterpillars.
The really furry, yeah.
I like caterpillars too.
Yeah. Just not necessarily on the face.
Not on the face though.
Not on the face, no. He was still good looking though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
For a demon kind of thing. 925 sterling silver. He could have been, you know, ghastly, but he wasn't. He was quite nice to look at.
Ah, well, he beat his demon side for a while, didn't he?
Only a short while, to be fair. It did get taken over by the swords. Moving swiftly on, 925 sterling silver chandelier, approximately 43 by 20 inches. I love, millimetres, sorry, not inches, goodness me, that would be big, wouldn't it? This, I love the fact you've got the little hoops that are movable. I love the fact you've got that sort of, almost a drama to it because it has got that movement.
Absolutely stunning, and there's so many uses for something like this, not just earrings.
Yeah.
You can put them on the collarbones and use them as separators for a 3-strand necklace. Perfect as just a pendant by itself.
I was thinking a pendant.
Add some little chain as well. So that would be really beautiful. You don't even have to have gemstones coming off the bottom if you don't want to. They're really stunning, really beautiful.
I'm thinking of the butterflies.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm thinking of the butterflies that we've just seen. Just
3 is a magic number. So.
3 is a magic number. I am human, I need to be loved.
And do you know what I've got running through my head now? The theme tune from Angel.
I don't know the theme tune to that.
It's very violin heavy, it's very good.
This is it. I think the theme for tonight should be, was it early 90s nostalgia movies and films and TV series. There we are. Right, £5.95. You're getting a load of silver in this as well. The beauty of this is it is an entire stunning carat that you're getting in the centre there of your amethyst.
It's a lovely tone of amethyst,
Beautiful
isn't
tone
it?
of amethyst. It's Zambian as well.
Ah, back to Zambia.
Oh, back to Zambia. Zambian amethyst, beautiful, beautiful top drilled pear or brûlée. I am wondering, I'm going to leave those there with you, but I'm wondering if you had little briolet spinels.
Oh, wouldn't that be
That'd
a
look
beautiful
nice.
combination?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me see. I love this stone, absolutely love it. Did you say 3 of these left? 5. There are 5 of these remaining, and that is it. This is one of the ultimate natural gemstones. This is malachite. You've probably seen it before, and you've probably seen it at extremely high prices. I was in a crystal shop, not yesterday, but the day before, looking at various bits and bobs, and they had a little piece of malachite in that. Whoo, the price made my eyes water. It did. It did. It's a stunning, stunning gemstone. It's natural. There's no treatment needed to this whatsoever. It is just this beautiful. Full stop. The end. You don't even need to test it to see it's malachite. You can see instantly. It's one of those gemstones that the genuine test for malachite is by sight.
Yeah.
You look at it and you go, yep, that's malachite.
Definitely.
It's as simple as that.
Nature was having a very, very, very good day
Oh yeah.
when she did this.
Malachite is stunning. I love is it concentric? Is that the right term? Concentric banding.
I think so, yes.
And it's that continuous, beautiful banding that you get all the way through. Whether it's the lighter greens or the darker greens, it just
And it's stunning in all its forms, isn't it? Whether you
is.
get it in little nuggets or tiny chips, or,
Yeah.
or if you're lucky enough to see a great big slab of it in its natural matrix form,
Absolutely.
it is absolutely glorious.
These are 6 mils, £21.95 final. 5 chances. What would you do with this strand?
I would want it as a bracelet so I could look at it and turn the individual gemstones on the back of my wrist all the time.
That is what you would be tempted to do, isn't it? You
Most
just go,
definitely, yeah. And now this is a gemstone that is very often faked and badly so. It looks awful, which is why you can tell that this is the real deal.
Yeah.
But if you are looking to sell, it might be one that it's worth having the authenticity certificate.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. I mean, it's only a tiny, tiny, tiny amount. It's 25 pence for an authenticity certificate, and you then have that proof that this is the real deal. It is malachite. It is not a phony. It is not a fake. It is not a sheep dressed up as lamb. Mutton dressed up as... What's the phrase?
I think it's mutton dressed as lamb.
Yes, I'm not mutton dressed as lamb. I am lamb dressed as mutton. Or malachite dressed as malachite. 25 pence will prove the point. Linda, well done to you, my lovely. There's only a few chances remaining on this one. Good luck. They're all laughing at me now. Oh dear, 2 chances remain, and that is it. I'm so sorry if I've confused everybody. Well done if you did manage to get a hold of it. I think I have, haven't I? I've confused everybody. It's all good. It's not even halfway through the show and I'm broken. That's it, I'm broken.
20 minutes in.
20 minutes in, that's a record. Gonna leave those final few there. Check those baskets out. We're now actually oversubscribed on that one. Now, Peruvian. I made a huge mistake when I first started talking about gemstones from Peru. I did say this is Peruvian, and it comes from Peruvia. No such place as Peruvia.
That's okay. My friend comes from Hungary, and I was trying to convince a further friend that she came from Hungaria, which is also not a place.
There we are, Hungaria. Oh dear. Yeah, because it's Hungarian from Hungary.
Yes.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, no. Oh, there we are. See, I'm sure these places could exist if we wanted them to, in a parallel dimension or something. But this is from Peru, not Peruvia. It is sky blue opal, which is stunning, stunning, stunning colour. That's what I love about this. It is that blue. It's almost sky blue. I'm seeing it more as an aqua. It's more like a sea blue, isn't it? But the tropical sea blue in the shallows where you've got your little
white
snorkeling
sand.
fish. Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, I'm there. I'm absolutely
White
there.
sand, coconut trees.
Can we?
Can we please? That would be really
The little
nice.
sandbar that you can swim out to.
Oh, I was just thinking of sandcastles then for some reason. Sandcastles and
Sandcastles
white
if you
sand
want.
beach. But that's the look that you get, isn't it? It really is tropical.
Shallows.
Yeah, shallows. I want to put orange with it. In fact, I've got the Carnelian coming up as my star by a little bit later on. Look at the two together.
Love that so much.
That is holiday right there. That is the tropics. That is. I want to have a pina colada with a little straw in it and a little umbrella.
Can I have a frozen strawberry daiquiri?
If you like.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, why not? You want a pina colada as well? There we are. Why are you telling me? I'm not going to make them. I'm not offering them. All I can offer, though, is an amazing, amazing price on this one. Are you ready for it? Not the price of going all the way to a tropical country. That is £9.95. Tiny, tiny price point for the feel of the Bahamas. That's what it should be called. Bahama Phil? Take an extra £1 off. Oh, that's because I wasn't going to make anyone cocktails.
That's
There you go.
the incentive.
It's the Bahama Blue. That's what we should call it, not Sky Blue. Bahama Blue.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Or Hawaiian Blue. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Colour-wise, stunning. In fact, can I just give you a heads up to the kit that's coming up in the next hour? Because this combination is just match made in heaven.
Love that so much.
So the turquoise strand you're looking at the moment is actually coming up in the kit, which is in the next hour. It's my first kit for you. And oh my life, those two together, stunning. Absolutely stunning. In fact, if I bring in the malachite that we've just seen as well. Oh, if you've got the malachite, take a look at these two together.
That's lovely. It glows. One makes the other glow.
Yeah. It's not the combination that we've just seen with the turquoise where both colours pop. One of them becomes really sultry in this one and the other one then just becomes pop. No, I won't say pop, but it's tranquil. The blue becomes even more peaceful, I think.
It has.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Whoa. Now it is dull by time already. Carnelian. Now this, apparently, the Egyptians called this it was either the rising sun or the setting sun. And you can see why, can't you? Because you've got those beautiful oranges. I mean, if you looked at the setting sun or the rising sun, you can imagine just that look, can't you? The rippling reds running through it and the yellows and those wonderful, stunning combination of colours. Now, we're talking about malachite being a gemstone that's highly imitated. Carnelian actually is as well. Carnelian is very, very highly imitated. Often you find, because this is part of the chalcedony family, and often you find that a lot of the carnelian that is sold is actually dyed agates. So to get the real deal and to get it naturally as well, there is no dyeing to this whatsoever. It is natural. It is from China, which is an incredible source for it. I mean, you can see that. You can see. Look at the almost coral colours that come through. They are beautiful. In fact, I am going to pop the turquoise from the first kit next to it because, again, those two together. Oh,
That is definitely an R strand.
See? Sorry to anyone who has dogs, and we've just probably sent them, again, running around the living room, especially with my They are gorgeous colours. It's known as the sort of the hero stone. Oh my life, and that's a hero of a price, isn't it? £6.95, and you are getting the real deal, natural carnelian, huge, huge, huge size to them. Liz says, and a very silly price too, but they're beautiful. Genuinely, genuinely, genuinely is a silly price. Have you only just spotted it?
Yeah. I've been kind of just thinking about carnelian and I didn't realise it had gone to that price. That's amazing.
I think it was the Romans used to wear it as, not as armour, but as It's like talismans for when they went into battle to give them courage.
I could be wrong, but I think carnelian was also spoken about in one of the religious texts as being on the breastplate of Aaron.
Yes, it's one of the original stones of the 12 tribes of Israel, yes. Yeah. And also it was used by the Romans for, is it intaglios? I can't remember. One goes in, one goes out. It's the one that goes in. It's an intaglio, I think. So you know when you've got wax and you've got the seal. So they used to make rings out of it, and they used to have their symbol or their tribe or their name in this intaglio, and they'd just do that over the surface to put the mark on the seal. And the reason for that is because wax wouldn't stick to it.
Yeah, because it has that.
It's got sheen to it, yeah. So that's why they used to use that. There's loads. I mean, if you look up carnelian, there are so many different things. It's one of the oldest known in jewellery. It's gorgeous, and at £6.95, it's a fantastic price point. Get yourself not just a gorgeous gemstone, but a piece of history, and highly recommend the authenticity card on this one. Really, really do. If you want to just prove the fact that this is the real deal and it's not dyed quartz, this is actually your chalcedony. It is your real carnelian. This is stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Loads of you there. Zanessa's there. I've got Paula. I've got a collector in Hertfordshire. Jennifer, Alice there as well has got two of these. At £6.95, I would. I'm getting two. What would you do with this strand?
I would make a series of very flashy cocktail rings for definite, and some of them would be in an antique bronze wire because I think that would make it so hot. Really hot.
Spicy hot.
Spicy hot. But I'd also want to intersperse them into a long line necklace with other smaller gemstones, perhaps some white quartzes, some other faceted stones, and make that sort of 3 or 4 in the whole piece, but it would really make the whole thing lifted.
Now, you're mentioning white quartz. What about howlites?
It would look amazing with howlite, actually, yeah. Definitely.
Because you've got sort of the whites running through on here, and with the highlight you'd get the grey running through as well. That'd be really pretty.
It would be a lovely combination. And I do love the creamy cloud-like stones that you get on a strand of carnelian.
Yes.
They're so softly beautiful.
I mean, just there's a prime example, isn't it? It reminds me of frosted apricots or frosted peaches. Love it. Absolutely love it.
I've not had apricots in ages.
Have you not?
No, I need some apricots now.
Oh, we've got a question. How big is the drill hole? Susan, my lovely, let me show you the end. There you go. I actually had an apricot yoghurt earlier on. It ended up all down my leg. Jem knows because I didn't realise and came to work with it still all down my leg. I was feeding it to my daughter. She clearly thought it was better on my leg. There we are. So how big do you think that would be?
You probably wouldn't struggle with a 0.8 wire.
Yeah.
It certainly looks like a 0.8 would go through, possibly even a 0.1. It's a substantial, not a 0.1, a 1 mil.
A 1 mil, yeah. I do think, I reckon you could get a 1 mil.
Yeah?
I reckon you could.
Fantastic.
There you go. Going to leave those final few there with you. Hopefully that helps, Susan, my lovely. Now, ooh, Jem. Wait until you see this. Dun, 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 dun,
The reveal's coming.
This is 1 metre of sterling silver chain with 28 individual pearls. And the last time this was on air, am I allowed to say, how much was it? £36. Today, we're not doing it for that price. Today, we're being a bit cheeky. £25. I love this. I absolutely adore this. Have a look at what pearl, not bracelets. Why is my brain not working today? Belts! Pearl belts for weddings.
Oh, wow.
Pearl belts. If you wanted to, you could turn this into a really gorgeous pearl belt. If you've got sort of, going with a Celtic theme, think of like an Lord of the Rings style, long, flowy, beautiful, very straight, very sleek wedding.
Like a Renaissance style.
Like a Renaissance style, and then think of this wrapped around the waist.
It could also be attached to the dress on the high waist, which tends to be the way with the Renaissance style.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would look absolutely stunning. And I love how you have that graduation through the sizes. I love making patterns like this. When I'm working with gemstones and chain, that's the sort of thing that I really enjoy doing because it stands out from the crowd.
Yes,
and if you make something beautiful for yourself, or you make to sell, or you make to gift, that is going to be very highly appreciated. It's beautiful.
So you could do it as a progressive necklace as well. You could have it so you've got a couple of layers getting longer and longer and longer, and just strands and strands, and you wouldn't have much work to do there at all, really, apart from detach certain points and reattach them again.
That's delicious.
Oh, I love it.
Do you know, if you had an ochre and white striped pantsuit, talking of weddings, I'm thinking of somebody slightly more slender than myself.
What's ochre colour?
Sort of a very pale brown with white stripes, and you have perhaps a short top and high waist trousers with that as the belt. It's going to look absolutely outstanding. Proper fashionista stuff.
Oh, I'm liking it. I'm also very tempted to say I wouldn't want to chop this up at all. I really like it as it is.
There's no reason that you couldn't leave it as it is, add a clasp to one end and wrap that around, or make it into a lariat style with the addition of a very short amount of wire to make an oversized hoop to dangle the far end through and draw down. So you'd have it coming around on one side, the other side goes through the hoop and down. You could add tassels on the far end if you wanted to. That would be decadent, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Now, you could add jump rings to the end. Now this one's actually got the jump ring there for you, but you could add jump rings to the end and then just attach it. There you go.
So it ends with a rosary link that's empty and waiting to be added to. Yeah, that's fantastic.
And then the other side you'd have to attach something to it to make it fit. But that, again, there's not a lot of effort that needs to be done to make something extremely, I want to say, to make something extremely beautiful. This is extremely beautiful, but you could create so many different things, and the work's done for you. You don't have to sit and rosary link anything. You don't have to find the chain and then attach the chain to each individual piece. It's all done for you. And all at a fantastic, fantastic price point. Now, there's 7 of them in baskets at the moment. Check those baskets out. Check them out. I mean, just look at this. Just on a black dress.
Looks amazing, and that graduation really works just so well.
It does, doesn't it? It really, really does. Love the look of it.
And in thinking about the seasons that are coming ahead, if you're wearing a polo neck, when you've got that full is it a metre, sorry?
It's a metre, yeah.
A full metre of chain to work with, then that's an over-the-head piece. Yes. Really, really easy. You don't have to worry about trying to slot it around the outside of a rolled top jumper.
Could you do, and I'm sure this would be really quite easy for those who would know how, but like a really intricate head piece, so lots of chain work that just drapes beautifully. So if you've got your hair tied back, you've got drapes of pearls.
That would look amazing, absolutely fantastic. And going back to the Renaissance style wedding we were thinking of earlier, that would look really beautiful. You could always have an ABBA-esque style crocheted headpiece. So add that in, and somebody with your colouring, it's going to look amazing across the forehead and through the hair. Really gorgeous.
Real. Now I'm going to leave those final few there with you. Remember, 7 in baskets, check them out. Now, ooh, this I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. So I did a bit of, people were asking about why is it called Amazonite, because it's not actually ever been found in the Amazon. It was a jadeite-like material that was found in the Amazon, and it was unfortunately mistaken for Amazonite, and so it was misnomered. But this is by far, and I've said this over and over again, Russian Amazonite is by far one of my ultimate favourites when it comes to locations for Amazonite. It is stunning. I was looking at some high-end pieces of Amazonite today and looking at the coloration that you've got there. And not one of the pieces that I saw online had this I don't want to say depth of green, because they had a fantastic depth of green, but they don't have this uniformity of green. There's a lot of green to these particular pieces, whereas the ones that I was looking at that were being used in high-end pieces are the same as the ones I was talking about last week, which are lots of the grey material coming through. Lots of that grey material coming through. Whereas here, I mean, look how it merges. It almost looks like you're looking at the foliage of leaves.
It is exceptional, and it does take you to lush tropical rainforested places.
It does. It really does. Or gorgeous landscapes as well.
That is absolutely delicious, really delightful. Every time an Amazonite comes on, it just draws me in. And I genuinely never used to be a green gemstone person.
No.
That's absolutely delightful.
£17.95 as well, which is an amazing price. Seriously amazing price for the amount of green that you're getting in it. And I've not yet found another Amazonite that has this much. I'm trying to think of the right word for it, because mass is not the right word. Saturation is not the right word either. It's
not intensity, but it's
because it's not been broken up by that grey. So I'm thinking of like concentration, I suppose. Is a concentration of green in an area rather than it being spread out into little bits.
It reminds me of pointillist artwork.
Yes, yeah, Monet. I'm thinking Monet's, well, it's not so much pointillist, but the
lilies,
the
perhaps,
lilies,
yeah.
yes.
When you do have that spotting effect.
Yes.
But if you look at pointillism with colour instead of the black and white,
Yes.
that's what it's taken me to as well. It's delicious.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see what you mean, because you've got those little dots of the lighter material. It is stunning. It's a really high quality piece, and it's natural. It's completely and utterly natural. By far, one of the finest for depth of colour and for the concentration of colour. Again, get yourself the authenticity certificate. Really do recommend that when you get a piece like this. It's magic. And it's only 25 pence as well, which is, again, really, really affordable for that sort of peace of mind for your customers, peace of mind for you. And also it's nice to collect.
It is lovely to collect the cards, yeah. I have a little box which I keep all mine in.
Yay! Well, it's better than what I do, which is just end up finding them all over the place and go, what? I do need to have a box to put them in, really. Really should. I don't think I'd put this with anything else, although I am tempted to bring in the turquoise again and to see what the combination would be like. Look at those two together.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know, I wouldn't have thought to put them together, but the colours are divine.
Yeah.
They really sort of just beautifully come together.
It was a bit risky, because this is it. You were saying, just don't be afraid.
Oh, definitely. We're still being fearless.
We're being fearless. Fearless with gemstones. They do look really lovely together. It could have been bad. It could have ended badly, that could have, but I think the two together work. Now, the turquoise is coming up in the kit in the next hour, so you're going to love that kit. Now, next up, on and gone again, abalone. It's a cabochon. I love this. So abalone, of course, is a shell. And there is only a limited amount of these shells collected per day. And look. Now, there are only 9 left. Wait till you see the price, because that 9 is not gonna be around. Fastest fingers first. That's all I'm going to say. Fastest fingers first. Beautiful as a pendant. Beautiful if you've got 2 as a pair of earrings. Stunning as a brooch.
Oh, lovely as a brooch.
Imagine that as a brooch. Dun, 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 dun. It stands out, doesn't it? Or with the turquoise, bringing the turquoise back in, as it's been suggested there. Was that Liz? Oh, Dave, sorry. See, I've not got my glasses on. It said live web comments, and I read Liz. Sorry, Dave, sorry. I do apologise. Sold out. Gone. Gone, gone, gone. Now. Ooh. Ooh. Popcorn chain knot connector. Oh, nice. Now, if you've got slider bracelets, this is really pretty. This is really pretty. So it's a popcorn chain, which has got a knot in the centre. What's the name of the knot? A reef knot. Not Aretha Franklin, but a reef knot. That was awful, wasn't it? That was awful. I'm going home. Oh dear. Phil hasn't done any of his regular jokes yet. Not yet. 925 sterling silver, and it is your one piece, and the length is 110 millimetres. It's not to be missed. £5.95. So I'd actually be tempted not to have it as a connector as such, but I want to turn it just into almost like a pendant.
Definitely beautiful as a pendant, amazing down the back, a collection of them, 2 or 3 connected with gemstones.
Oh, nice.
If you have a backless gown.
Yes. Yeah.
Or one of those, you can sometimes get blouses which are kind of joined just at the very, very top and then slashed all the way down to the waistband.
Yes. Yeah.
So something dripping down the back there would be absolutely beautiful. And a series of those would be gorgeous.
Wish I had a back that could show off pieces like this. They are stunning, and the knot itself is just, it's all you need, isn't it? All you need. I am looking at, I'm going to give you a bit of a heads up while I bring this one in. Okay, so this is your natural metallic pearls. Wait for it, wait for it! Are you bringing them in now? All right, okay, don't wait for it then, don't wait for it. Just want to show you what it might look like with just one of those on the bottom. Pretty. So I was going to say wait for it, but Phil's decided he's bringing them on now. So these are natural metallic pearls, which have been extremely popular in the past, and you can see why. I mean, take a look at these. They are stunning. You've got this incredible metallic luster and sheen to each and every single one of them, almost golden colours. It's like champagne type colours coming through, isn't there? And then you've got those wonderful mauves as well. Love it. 9 by 10 millimetres to 10 by 12 millimetres. Jem, what do you think?
They are absolutely incredible. Immense to get that colour naturally, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're huge.
They are huge.
Really substantial.
Really, really, really. And if you remember, the bigger the actual pearl is, the longer it's taken to form.
Yes.
Generally is the rule of thumb. And there are... There are 45, I believe. 45 of them on here. Oh, 44, sorry. 44. We're going to make them 68 pence each. Natural metallic pearl for 68 pence each. Last chances. Oh my goodness me.
If you are looking to treat yourself to these tonight, I would wholeheartedly endorse the authenticity certificate, which will give you more details, or download it if you prefer. But something like that, I would definitely want to be talking about, definitely.
Absolutely. And I mean, take a look. The bit that I love about it as well is that they're not uniform. You can see that organic influence all the way through. I mean, take a look at this. Just the way they've been formed. Every single one. It's beautiful. It's a patchwork of colours that you're getting on there. Now, Ellen Cardiff, well done, my lovely. You've got 3. Margaret, well done to you in Tyne and Weir. You've got 2 as well. They are phenomenal, and the colours that you're getting are absolutely magical. Definitely get yourself the authenticity card. Would you separate these out? Or would you just have like one on a necklace?
I would be using them singularly where possible, because I think it's a rare beauty, and probably one on a wrapped loop with some different lengths of cut chain off the bottom would make an immense pendant, which would recoup you the cost of the strand straight away. I'd also want to make rings with a little bit of wire nesting around them to protect them. I mean, they are precious, really precious.
You're actually allowing me to cut this up. Why am I cutting this up? Feels good, but really naughty at the same time. Just look at the range of colours that you're getting there. Don't. Oh, I've just got a bracelet back. I thought you were running off with pieces of jewellery then.
As if I would sneakily yoink anything.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Rude.
Not rude, just truthful. Now these are amazing.
Oh, look at those. There's almost a heather essence to some of those.
Oh, there really is. I love the iridescence that you're getting with it. I do love that iridescence that you're getting.
It's special, really special.
Drill hole size. 0.4, do you reckon?
Quite. Oh, you might get a 0.6 through there.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me rustling, I'll try and find some wire.
Oh no, rustle away. Rustle away. Rustle or a Gary away. Or a Bob even, maybe. There's loads of you coming in for these, so don't blame you. They are absolutely stunning. There are 4 chances though, that's it. And already there is more than that in baskets. So I'm afraid I can't guarantee everyone's going to get one, but I do wish you all the very, very best. Love the golden colours. I mean, look at this. It's almost like, if I can just get the tweezers for this one. Now this one looks almost like a burnt copper or a burnt gold. Look at this. Imagine this with antique bronze.
Oh, that would be so edgy. Oh. Now, I haven't got any 0.6, I'm very
sorry.
sorry.
On you, shame.
But I have got a piece of 0.8, which might give you an idea of how far away it is from going through.
I can't wiggle it round. Oh, 0.8 would be slightly too much. I think we're going to go with a 0.6.
0.6, possibly, yeah, because they looked
0.6.
on visually like you'd get a 0.6, but I'm sorry, I don't have any tan.
Oh, hello. On some of them, the 0.8's gone partially through that, so definitely a 0.6.
0.6 for definite, yeah.
Or if you've got a pearl reamer. I've dropped one. Oh, it's doing so well. 2 left. Who is going to get it is the question. Oh, hello, I've got it. Oh, congratulations to everyone who's already got ones. Sardia, Collectrum, how do you say that? Blino, Gwent? Anila, well done. Cheryl, well done. Rosie, well done. Elle, well done. Margaret, well done. Well done to every single one of you who've managed to get a hold of it. And good luck if you haven't. Is it that time already? Goodness me, it's still my time. It'll be fluorite on the night. I've got to change my jokes. Really do. Really do. That's one that I have rehashed on so many occasions. It's the trusty one in the suitcase that keeps coming out. Oh dear. Right. I need you in my life. I need you to look at these. You need you to look at these as well. Because every single one has a little story to tell.
Oh, wow.
These stunning.
They are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
Look at the ridge work. I say ridge work. The rib work. The lines that you're getting. It's almost like lines on a tree, isn't it? It's telling the tale how old these could possibly be. How many centuries, how many generations, and the colours. I mean, this is just beautiful. I'm just going to hold a couple up. So you can see the greens and I mean, look how soft those ones are. Look how soft. And then all of a sudden, look at the stormy one. Boom. Oh. You have got so many characteristics, so many personalities. I mean, look again. Look how soft this one is. Light purple kissing a gorgeous soft green. Now, Sue's messaged in, some of the prettiest fluorite I've seen on JM. Yummy. It really, really is, isn't it? I mean, you've got so many personalities. And I'm just going to whiz through these ones and show you these three together because look how different they are. Look how individual they are. One, you've got the purple and green mix, and look how beautiful that vein right down the centre is. And then look at this, almost like a little stormy scene, isn't it? And then you've got sunshine creeping through the clouds, and then you've got a frosted one. And then you've got more banding in the yellow. I mean, look at this.
That's sort of edging on your golden fluorite, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's absolutely stunning.
It is stunning, very much so. And I've got to bring this one in because this one, look at this. It's like a pinstripe suit, isn't it? Or a rainbow through a waterfall.
Have you ever seen Casilica in its natural state?
No.
It's absolutely incredible. You see very broad bands and then very narrow bands of different colour, and that's what that looks like to me. Obviously, it's fluorite, but it's just incredibly beautiful.
Now we're going to be naughty on the price on this one. It's Star by naughty. How about less than £10? £9.95. They are incredible. What would you do with this? I'd be doing pendants, just one of, or a bracelet with just one of.
I would like to go with, again, the antique bronze wire.
Ooh,
and
hello.
I'd be doing a bracelet with about 5 of those, probably rosary linked with some teeny gemstones between them.
Would you go for a similar colourway, so purples on a bracelet, or would you mix and match?
No, I think I would probably mix and match, but I'd also choose quite a polar opposite. I'd go for a very delicate rose quartz to go between them as well.
Oh, nice choice.
Yeah, I think it'd look really, really pretty.
See, I'd be tempted to keep the purples and the greens together, but I'd also be tempted to take the yellows out and have them separately.
They are a bit spectacular.
They are gorgeous. I mean, how unusual is it to see the yellows on the road?
It is actually very unusual to catch those. They're beautiful.
Actually, saying that, those three together, the almost jadeite green that you're getting there.
It's really, really delicious.
Imagine putting that with actual jadeite. If you had those three together on a jadeite with jadeite on either side.
Some little 6mm or 4mm rounds.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
It's like we're fantasy shopping.
Oh, I know. I'm just getting all excited now. Oh, hold on. I just want to see what those metallic pearls. Oh, look at it! Look.
That's delicious, isn't it? And you could take the pearls that had the most of the heather from the strand and pop them with the most purple of the fluorites. I think that would be really interesting to see.
I'm saying that now.
Sorry.
Now, I've got another extra special treat for you coming up. I'm thinking for those. I'm thinking you're going to love this. So, this is abalone. Coming up after the break, not been seen before. How amazing are these? They are so incredible. They're coming up after the break, as is the kit as well. So do not forget about that. The first kit, of course, is the one with turquoise. And I think you're gonna love, 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 love it. Now, keep checking those baskets out on the floor, right? They're going very, very quickly. And there, I think, have the pearls been allocated now? Yes. All of them have gone with the pearls. So get yourself a nice cup of tea or a coffee or a hot chocolate. Get yourself a piece of cake or a biscuit. And get me one too. And I'll see you in 2.
from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
The Jewellery Maker phone is free from a UK landline, so call us today to place your order.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
You're never ab alone with friends. I was told not to do that, but I've done it anyway. Done it anyway. You are never ab alone with friends, and this is a stunning strand. I absolutely adore it. I've not seen. Say that again, my lovely. Okay. Okay. You actually got my heart going then. I thought you said there was only 10. I genuinely thought you said there were only 10. You're getting 10 on the strand. Guaranteed 10 on the strand. Not that there's only 10 of them available. Don't worry. No, panic over. Panic over. Goodness me. My heart in my mouth then for a second. I've never seen these before, and I think they are stunning. Look at these. I would be tempted, and this is a bit luxurious, but I'd be tempted to do them as like a Flintstone style. Remember, what's her name?
Wilma.
That's it, Wilma. What she used to wear around. Was it Wilma or was it Betty who used to have the necklace?
Wilma had a very large pearl necklace.
I'm sure Betty had like a toothy one.
Yeah, she might have done. I don't remember.
Or I might just be hallucinating. Somebody had a tooth necklace. That's the kind of feel that I'm going for. So you know when it all frills out. So you'd have big separators or pearls or gemstones all the way, and then you'd have just the abalone sticking out, so it becomes like a...
It's quite tribal in its styling.
Very tribal, like saber-tooth tiger type
Love it.
effect.
Yep.
Going back to the avant-garde weekend that we had, that's the kind of feel.
Definitely.
That's the kind of feel that I'd be going for, and I'd want to use all of them. But that's just me. What would you do with it?
Oh, now you're asking, because I like what
yes.
you were talking about so much.
I'd want them all. I'd want them all on a necklace.
I think I probably would be quite heavy with them, or perhaps I would save one or two and make a feather style design, because they're slightly feathery in their shape as well. They're sort of marquises.
Peacock feathers.
They would make a lovely eye of a peacock feather too. You could set them at the centre of some wire work, that'd be lush.
Well, I'm now thinking seed beads. Like embroidered seed beads. So you've
how
got,
fantastic.
this is the top, and then you've got the, ooh, there are so many things you could do. £6.95, 69 pence and a little bit each. 70 pence each, basically. 70 pence each.
Wouldn't one look nice as a ring as well?
I was wondering if you could do it as a ring. Ooh, hello.
I think possibly because the shape is so elongating and flattering to the finger, I think you'd have to have at least one as a ring. Mind you, at that
That's
price,
really
if I was at
pretty.
home, I probably would be multi-buying.
Yeah, at £6.95, it's worth it, isn't it? For 70 pence each. Because you are guaranteed to get 10 of them on the strand. Guaranteed, without a doubt, 10 individual ones on the strand. Ooh, now I'm thinking bracelet-wise as well, but I would be a bit distracted by it. It's one of those, isn't it? They're so beautiful that you'd constantly be looking at it.
You would. And because of the shape of them as well, they make ideal flowers as well. You
Or
can,
leaves.
Yeah, or leaves. Or on vine work, just randomly placed into position.
I really love them. I'm just wondering. I'd want to make them into earrings, but I wouldn't just want to have them as a plain earring. We talked about the feathers. I'm wondering if you could get like a feather that would go with it. So you've got like a little feather, and then that hanging down a bit further. So you've got almost like a waterfall effect, but with charms and things.
Definitely. I mean, we have done little feathers in charm sizes before. So you could perhaps, the feather that I have on my bracelet here is quite dinky, and it would sit nicely in front. So if I can separate it from the butterfly for a second. So something that tiny. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
And it would kind of enhance the idea of having that feather design, as well as making a heavier wire work one.
So now I'm thinking, cast your mind back to the amethyst.
Yes.
If you could make that shape out of wire work and then have that just sitting over and then the feather in the centre. So you've got your shell, you have a smaller wire, almost a frame on the centre there, and then you had your little feather in the centre of that.
That would be delicious. Really
and maybe
pretty.
a silver spacer bead at the top to just
enhance.
Just to enhance it, yeah.
Lovely.
That would be lovely, really lovely.
And they are versatile. It's a beautiful shape to work with, because if all you want to do is put it on a bit of wire and hang it from an earring, it will look beautiful by itself. You don't have to work hard.
How about from a dream catcher?
Absolutely perfect. 3 of them, different lengths, hanging from the bottom. Absolutely spot on.
There we are. There we are. And the fact the colours that you get in there are natural as well. And they literally are the shell that has the most incredible intense colours running all the way through. And you can see that. Look how unique they are. They are amazing, aren't they? And the curvature that you're seeing there as well, that's a natural curvature.
That's a lovely, lovely effect.
And I love the fact the drill hole goes through the top, and slightly different on each one as well. So you've got some that go straight through the centre, and then on this one you've got a little bit of curvature to it. So some have got a little bit of an angle.
Which would be amazing in earrings, because you get to see the leading edge, and then the 2 sides would move as you moved.
Yep.
So
it all depends on the shape of the piece itself, doesn't it?
Definitely.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I did show it with the labradorite. Or I showed it to myself with the labradorite. It's probably more to the point. I don't think you managed to see that. But this is coming up in 45 minutes. The labradorite, oval labradorite, which is amazing. Look at those two together. Please show Jem's face. It's genius. That was not that. That's the face that I had. Ooh, which is what I got from her. £6.95 on the abalone. The labradorite coming up later on, and you will love the price of those as well. That's just a lush, lush, lush strand. Loads of you taking more than one. I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Good luck on those ones, my lovelies. I'll leave those final ones there with you. I'm going to give you a bit of a treat. Don't forget the kit's coming up in a moment or two. I just needed to bring this one to you. 12 chances remaining. Chrome diopside, 85 centimetres in length. 124 carats.
That's a lot of carats.
This isn't just chrome diopside. This is chrome diopside nuggets. Jewellery Maker's finest. These are stunning though, aren't they? I mean, we're talking about finest. The quality of chrome diopside is amazing. This is the you were saying about the fact you don't like green stones normally. I never used to like green gemstones, and then I discovered this stone, and all of a sudden I just went, oh, there's something about that.
Yep.
Don't know what it is, but I really like that. And then that made me start liking emeralds.
Absolutely. So many other green gemstones suddenly popped into my visual range, whereas before I discounted them as I don't really like green.
Well, I said you go green,
That is just immense. And you've got a whole forest. It's a verdant, it's vibrant, it's vivacious.
I like the dictionary you swallowed.
I'm sorry, I got to V last night, obviously.
Those are amazing words. What was it?
Verdant, vibrant and vivacious.
There we are. Must remember those. I probably won't, but that actually describes it beautifully.
It's a stunning gemstones, and it is right there in my top 5 probably now.
Isn't vert the French for green?
Vert, yes.
Vert. There. There. Not over here, but there. £9.95. It is a gemstone. What's my top 5 gemstones? I've just been asked. Okay, tanzanite is definitely one. Jade, definitely one. Jet. Chrome diopside. Oh, now this is tough.
It can be a fluid list, okay? This can be today's list. That's the way I have to think about it. Because I think sometimes you can almost feel like you offend your favourite gemstones when they're not in your top 5 list of the day. So that's why we say this is the list for today.
Now, Leanne said they are very lush. Okay, so for today's list, pink sapphire is on that list.
Yep, I'm not surprised at all.
And kunzite.
Oh,
and malachite.
Lovely, yeah, I know.
And hematite.
You've turned it into a top 10 already.
I've turned it into a top 1. I'm just going to keep listing them. Yeah.
Now, hang on a minute. You were chaos, I was mayhem.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Gonna leave those final few there with you. It's definitely worth getting a hold of. Very difficult to get these days as well. Now, Jem, darling. Hello, my lovely. How much do you love me?
I absolutely worship the ground upon which you grace us.
Oh, that's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I love you. I'm not going to tell you what she did to me earlier on. Yes. I'll leave that to your imagination. Take a look at this.
Ooh. Oh.
She likes it. I think she likes it. Just a little bit.
That is immense.
Oh, yeah.
That is beyond immense.
Oh, yeah. Sneaky, sneaky. So I had to make sure you didn't see it before it came on air because I knew. I didn't actually think you were going to do the whole fist in the mouth thing, but I knew you'd love it. I knew you'd love it. So this, of course, is normally on my list, my top 5. This is the one that was making me go, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And it will go with today's theme. So the Celtic theme, I think that's perfect. Little arrowhead. I say little, it's massive. But imagine this with your sword.
Oh, it'd be ideal. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I would drop that using the ring at the top of the pendant piece.
Yeah.
I would drop that from the circle of the two-tone lapis so that it sat down almost like a... Quite often you'd have a scabbard that was part scabbard on a sword, and that's what that's taking me to visually. Ooh. It would be absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Love, 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 love.
Love the idea. That response was because she's just heard the price it's gone to. I'm not telling you now, you've got to see it. That's the reason she reacted the way she just did. Because Phil, in her ear, went, it's going to $7.95. Message come through from Sue. Ooh, I've got this and I treasure it. Labradorite is an amazing stone. It is. It absolutely is. It's stunning. Earrings, imagine those. 2 of these as earrings. It is just stunning, isn't it?
And there it is, my #1 gemstone of all time, forever.
I mean, it has to be, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. Earring, not earring, that's not an ear, that's the finger.
Because you've got the notch work near the top of the pendant piece itself, it does open itself up to being wired quite easily. So you could make that into a ring without much issue.
See, the nice thing about this is because of the shape and that, it could be quite gothic, but it could also be quite modern.
Yeah.
At the same time.
You could make it into something much, much larger. Do a wire work arrowhead that's quite vast, and then have that loose in the middle so that it moves.
Oh, I like that.
I did a hammered arrowhead for our head, for Out of Africa Day last year.
Yes.
And I can see that sitting inside the design. Oh, absolutely stunning. I need that in my life.
Do you know what I'm seeing it as?
What you seeing it as, love? Every day. Oh, yes. Yeah.
There is a reason I'm holding it to my head, but if you think about it, if you were going to a festival or having a wedding and you just wanted to have a little piece. It's not just me being random for a change. It is actually, there is a reason. But you can imagine that, again, sort of like a Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones style wedding or just party, all for the sake of it.
Very, very simply, you could pop it on a chain, or you could make the full wirework circlet in an elven design and have that again loose, so there's a little bit of movement. Would be amazing, absolutely amazing. I love it.
Get a message come through as well. Leanne says, please, not again. I have David barking at the TV because of the strange noises. Thank goodness the other 6 are quiet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But apparently, last time when we went a little bit animal crazy, Sapphire actually stopped and listened when we told her to sit.
Oh.
So Dover's quite a baby still, so maybe Dover's a little bit like, what's that?
There we are. I'm going to try and squeeze one more in, if that's all right. Apologies for upsetting your dogs. I'll stop barking. Now this, I really want to bark again now. This is, once you say I'm not going to do it, that's it. There we are. There's a very limited amount of these. Take a look at this, because it is absolutely stunning. Ooh. I've gone silent because I've just heard where Phil's going to take it to, and Jem is also a pretty picture right now. Are you actually going to do that? It's happening. I'm not even going to say the price. There's no point, because once you see it, it's going to be gone. Natural Ethiopian opal. Good luck to each and every single one of you. Less than £10. We don't get as much in anymore, do we? We did used to have loads of Ethiopian opal, but the thing is, it is getting harder and harder and harder to source because, of course, the one particular mine that we used to go to, we can't get it from that mine anymore, and it's quite limited from the other mine that is there. And a lot of the opal that's coming out right now, in fact, if I bring this one to you, take a look at this. See how dark this is? This is almost bordering to what's coming out of the ground at the moment. So what you're seeing is a darker colour. So the opal that's coming out of Ethiopia, particularly at the moment, is black opal. So that's the kind of effect that you're getting. It's almost like a boulder opal, isn't it? That kind of really heavy, dark colour. And then you get those blues coming through, and that's, I mean, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So it is more difficult for us to get a hold of opal from those particular regions. So it's really lovely, first of all, to have a strand at all, let alone to have the price that you're seeing on the screen right now. And the fact you have got one of those darker opals, and it's almost like it looks like a smoked opal. Can we just confirm this is natural? Yep, natural, completely natural.
So you've got a little bit of everything there. You've got that beautiful candy apple opal as well on there, which is absolutely stunning. That's not something that you see with such a display of colour behind it. Quite often, if you get the candy apple opal, there's less of the colour. But look at that, that's absolutely alive. You've got oranges, you've got the greens, you've got the hints of red. It's absolutely magical.
I want to sing a song at you now. I will make it rain, so I don't really want to. But the words are, let's see if you know this. I'm alive. No, because I'll give you the name of the what's it. I wanted to give you a little bit of a quiz on, there's a cartoon many years ago, sort of like going back to nostalgia. Okay, so a cartoon many years ago, and it was, I don't know how to say it without telling you what it is. Yeah, you've got to guess what the cartoon is, but how do I say it without telling you what it is? It has... Right, there's a tree in it which comes alive. This is only a very small fraction of it, so this is a little, and there's a wizard in it, and the wizard is tied to the tree at this one point, and the tree comes alive and goes, oh, I love you, I love you, love you, love you, love you. If you can remember what cartoon that was in, I'll be very impressed. It's not the Moonstone. It's not the Gnomes. Or Dreamstone. It's not the Dreamstone, it's not the Gnomes. Got a message come through. My cat Stephen has not stopped looking at the TV. Now, is that because of the gorgeous gemstones, or is it because we keep making funny noises? That is the question. These are flying out, by the way. Loads of them going. Loads of them going. So check those baskets out as soon as you can. It is now time, though, for Dragon McDragon Face. No, that's later, isn't it? That's the next kit. Hello, darling.
Hello, beautiful.
Mwah. 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 How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
It's nice over this side.
Do you like it?
It's nice.
Feel free to stay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe I will. Now we're looking at the first kit, which we gave to you to create some fascinating, gorgeous pieces, and of course you delivered beautifully.
I enjoyed myself.
Nice eyes. You've got lovely eyes.
Oh, thank you, darling. It's the Mutual Love and Admiration show.
Ah, love. That's a half of you've got it. Yep. There we go. Now, okay, so what you get in this kit, can we just have a look at the jewellery first before I even dive into what we're actually getting, because the jewellery is stunning. So you call this, is it an eternal flower?
Yes, I don't entirely know what it's actually called, but I called it an eternal flower because it is kind of floral, and it's a single length of wire, which is very common in a lot of Celtic work. It's a single length, which is why it's not work.
So it's not that it's a flower that will never die?
Well, that too. That's an add-on. She's clever, that one.
Not really, no. This one I love. That's so pretty. So did you choose the piece of turquoise first and then design the ring around that?
Yeah. It is supposed to be a triple moon. It's kind of a take on a triple moon.
It's half moon.
Full moon. Total eclipse.
And I love the necklace that you've got here as well.
Oh, I adore that one. I absolutely love that.
It's so much fun.
It is fun, yeah.
Was it fun to make?
It was just delightful to make. If you enjoy regularity and evenness, then getting into Celtic jewellery and repeating certain shapes is something of a challenge.
Yeah.
I tend to be a little bit stressed out if I can't get things to replicate exactly. So
We're just on the sword at the moment, which I think is just incredible. And you said, was it you plaited it or you didn't plait it, you did something with it? 'Cause
very simply, the first thing I did when I knew that it was a Celtic jewellery design day was I just plaited wire. Now, I've been plaiting things since I could pick things up. When I was a child, now this sounds really daft, but my dad gave me a piece of flax rope.
Okay.
Which is quite an old-fashioned traditional rope, and I pulled it apart and I used to brush it, and it was about this long, and I used to take it places with me. It's like a stress toy. I was about 2, okay? So forgive me.
That's
and then I used to
genius.
plait it, and then unplait it, and do different things to it. And I just used to do all of those things. Whenever I got wool, I used to plait it.
Wasn't that one of the jobs in the workhouse many, many years ago in sort of Victorian times? They used to have to unpick
Possibly.
the ropes.
Maybe.
Because it was all bound up, wasn't it? They used to unpick the ropes so they could then remake something else out of it.
As a child born in the 70s, I have very long memories of my mother buying mammoth balls of wool, which she then used to make us sit like this, waiting for the wool to be wound around our hands off these giant balls of wool. Child labour, mother. So that's
back in the workhouse.
Back in the workhouse, yes.
Oh dear. So look, this one we're looking at here.
Yes.
That one reminds me of a mandala, or mandala, or however you pronounce it.
Mandala.
Mandala.
It's just an eternal piece of wire with a curve, and it's opposite to the way that we would make the triquetra and the eternal flower. You kind of bend outwards rather than inwards, and the challenge to get it to sit even remotely symmetrically was a little bit interesting. So it's not 100% perfect, for which I apologise, but it's fun. It was fun to do.
Never apologise, lady, never apologise. So what are you actually getting in the kit? You are getting yourself 10 metres of your silver-plated copper wire in 0.4. You're getting 10 metres of silver-plated copper wire in 0.8. And you're getting another in 0.4. And if that was not enough, you're also getting 10 metres of 1.25. So 2 of 0.4, 1 of 0.8 and 1 of 1.25. You're also then going to be getting your silver-plated copper chokers, which are 18 inches. These ones are fantastic.
They are genius.
I love the way you've got the ball on the end there, and it is so easy to just... There is no worries about fiddling with it to try and get it off and on, is there?
It is super easy, and once it's on, it's also super secure. It doesn't sort of move around or fall off or anything.
I love them. I love them. How easy are they to work with?
Perfect. They're absolutely fantastic. We were looking, Phil and I, before the show. When you look at the loop section,
yes,
it's not obviously a complete loop. So that means that even if you have quite a small bail created on a pendant, you can still wind it around the shape of the loop and feed it along the line of the choker. So it's absolutely genius.
Brilliant.
Because sometimes when you buy ready-made jewellery, the bail that you get can be challenging with certain chains, can't it?
Yeah, it can. It can. That's very, very true. So you're getting 2 of those. Really easy to work with. And then you're getting 4 spools of your wire. But that is not everything. No. You also get, we've shown you this turquoise so many occasions. I'm showing it again because it is so worth seeing over and over and over again. How stunning are these? This is your reconstituted turquoise flat coins. They're 12 millimetres and it's 230 carats.
It's just a huge amount.
It's masses. I mean, one of these, you've seen it in the ring, it's substantial, it's beautiful, it's dramatic, it's really effective, and it's gorgeous with, can you see the lapis running through? That's actually green and blue tone, lapis lazuli. Which, when I first looked at it, I thought it look very similar to chrysocolla?
Yes, it has an element of chrysocolla, it has an element of azurite, sort of gemstones that we don't come across very often, and I absolutely adore two-tone lapis.
You did say you might call it azurite, didn't you?
Yeah, I did apologise in advance if I said the wrong name, because it does remind me strongly.
As you write it.
As you write it down.
There we are. So that is what you're getting in the kit, and you've seen how gorgeous the pieces of jewellery are. Already they are flying out. We've not even got to the price point yet. Now these were open for pre-orders earlier on, and a lot of you took us up on that opportunity to order it early, so well done to every one of you. Are you ready for your price? £27.95. Now it should have been £43.60, so you are getting a £15.65 saving. That's massive.
That is a huge amount to save, isn't it?
Oh yes. Oh yes. £15.65 saving. That's lunch.
It is, or a couple of cocktails.
Ooh. Right, let's go then. Let's go. Right now. Right. What are you demonstrating for us, darling?
The eternal flower that's nearest to us.
Yay. So the eternal flower here.
Now, it was a difficult choice as to whether to use the black or the white bust, because if we use the white bust we will lose the wire, and on the black bust it's rather more difficult to see that lovely two-tone lapis in the centre. Now you don't have to put the gem in the centre if you don't want to. It looks
you leave it
beautiful
empty?
without. Yeah,
Okay.
It's not an integral part of the design because we're working with 1.25mm gauge wire. It's an absolute treat to get hold of, and also to have full 10 metres of 1.25 wire is amazing in a kit at this value.
Yeah.
It's just exceptional, absolutely fab.
Absolutely. Loads of you did grab it before we dropped that price, so £27.95. Well done, everyone pays that final low price, whether you came in right at the beginning before you knew what it was, or whether you waited until now. For those of you with it in your baskets, please do check those baskets out. And I'm going to hand over the reins to you, my dear.
Thank you kindly. Okay, so I'm going to be working primarily with the 1.25mm wire. I'm going to use slightly more than I need as usual, just so that we've got something to cut away, which you can always use for infills on your other designs anyway. I'm just going to straighten that off the spool ever so slightly and give it a little bit of it. She's backing away like I'm going to attack her with the sharp pointy end of the wire. Have I ever actually done that to you?
No, you haven't.
No, right then, calm yourself, lady.
It's always a first.
So I think we're probably going to work with about 15 inches just to make sure that we have plenty. There will be a little bit of excess, but we're not going to overly worry. Now, my ring mandrel isn't quite large enough, and my round bangle mandrel is slightly too small, but a bottle of perfume or nail varnish, something like that, would probably
Or
be...
glitter in this instance.
Or glitter, as the case might be, which is really very pretty.
Now I've got a tickle in my throat, so I'm just going to go that way for a second and get some water. So I'll leave you to it for a second.
All right, my darling. I'm going to wind the 1.25 wire around this pot of glitter a couple of times, just so that we get some nice curves. Now, I haven't pre-warmed that. All I did was slightly and gently straighten that off the spool, but it does work beautifully. So if I twist that around, you'll see that we're going to get a good couple of turns, and that should be enough to create our design. So if I just measure the pot as well, in case you've not got a glitter pot, it's around about 1.5 inches across. So that diameter is about 1.5 inches. But as you can see, the wire will spring out slightly larger than the pot anyway, and that's fine, because that's exactly what we need it to do. Now, the tricky bit is remembering where I need to put the first bend. So I am going to use my bent chain nose pliers, which are these ones. Any flat facing pliers will work anyway, but these are really handy for the job. Okay? Yes. So the first thing that we're going to do is we use approximately half a circuit of wire per curvature. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 curvatures. So as long as you've got 2 complete turns and a bit of excess, you will have enough to make the pendant piece, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is start about 3/4 of the way round from one end. I'm going to go in with those pliers and create a nice sharp turn. Now if I just hold that other wire out of the way, we've made a weird G at the moment, but we will edit that in a moment. So what we need to do is to make sure... You could just wire it like that and it'd be quite pretty.
It's almost like a lotus leaf on the side.
I love making lotus flowers. I should have to make some lotus flowers when I get home now.
That's it, there we are.
Leah's just said she wants some lotus flowers as
There
well.
we are. Sorry, sorry.
It's all right, who needs sleep? Sleeps for the week. So we're going to go in quite tightly to the end of that bend there, and a couple of times I'm going to just bring that forwards and backwards. Now, with a lighter weight wire, I would never suggest doing that, but because I want that sharp point, and we're working with quite a nice, hefty gauge of wire, that will allow you to do that a couple of times. Now, what we're looking for, if you imagine, are the 4 points of the compass. So if we've got east over here, we'd be looking to find out where north is going to sit. So it's a case of going visually. Do I need to pull that out slightly? Yes. And then finding the north point up here, which is around about, let's go a little bit further perhaps. So you can see it's going to come across down here. So I've gone quite firmly in with the pliers again. Now I think what I've done is I've made that too big. So I'm just going to unedit that. Because I've done a little small movement to begin with, it is reasonably easy to edit that curvature out. So that's the beauty of working with the heavier wire. So I'm just going to re-smoothenify that. That is definitely not a word.
Smoothenify.
Re-smoothenify. Come on, get the whole word.
Put it in the dictionary.
I
It's
think so.
genius.
So what we could do, if we wanted to be 100% accurate, is take a measurement of the point where the first curve crosses the second curve.
Yeah.
Measure that and then measure up. So I'm going to go in with a set of pliers that I have to hand, hold my thumbnail into position. You could do this with an actual measuring tape if you wanted to and be more accurate.
Why would you want to do that?
But why would you want to do that when we can guess? So I'm just going to hold that into position,
Woman after my
found
own
the end of
heart.
the pliers, and we're going to guesstimate.
Instructions, what are those?
And I'm going to hold the pliers in position again. Now you can see we've come much further round. So if you look at the curvature, we're looking at this dimension to be similar to this dimension. So let's try that. That's looking much more closer to what we want that to be. So we've got our second petal into position. And what we do need to do is open out slightly on this side and close up slightly on that side.
So if you did one side, you'd need to even it out on the other, wouldn't you?
You would indeed. So I'm just opening this out now, and it's a case of going by eye. If you want to measure it, please do go for your life, but I'm really not a measurey type person. So I'm going to look here for this design and see if that looks approximately centralised, and to my eye that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to put another curve in there. Now you can, if you want, open that out to bring the knotwork around.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
So you can see how this is all coming together as we go. And then again, that's a bit soft on the end there. So I would go in and give that a bit of a backwards and forwards just to make sure that that's slightly sharper.
Bit of a wiggle.
Bit of a wiggle, wiggle, woo. And then at this stage, you're just looking to edit by eye and to see how that sits together. So I'm going to draw this one up because that looks like it needs to sort of move ever so slightly.
It seems to be holding the shape really well.
Oh, it does. It's beautiful wire to work with, absolutely beautiful. So I've probably not left quite as much as I need just there, but we're going to run with it. I'm going to find what is now the north point and put an upright line. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to just edit that ever so slightly. And we need to have now a sideways line at the top of that one. So I haven't left quite enough wire here, but we're going to work with it anyway. If you had a little bit more, that would be desirable. So you can see we've got our upright, so we need to get that a little bit straighter.
Is it still workable if you did make a mistake like that and just have a little tiny bit left over, or could you add to it, or would you need to start again?
You would need to start again if you have left slightly too much. However, on this instance, we've got enough to work with, and your other option is just to make it a 3-petaled flower instead.
Oh, okay.
If you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Or another way that you can do this design, instead of creating the circles that we started with, when I first started doing the triquetra, what I would do is create a curve, bend the two ends around. I'll just show you. Okay, so here's a piece of wire. Create a curve. It's much easier to do.
Sorry, I need to stop asking questions, don't you?
No, absolutely not a problem at all. So if I was making a triquetra, for instance, I would form my curve, decide what my two ends were, decide on the shape of that curve visually, how appealing it was. And then I would use that as a guide wire and work off the reel. So I would create the first curve with a bend, and with the triquetra, what would happen is the second piece would come over and cross. So, I mean, you can see on the triquetra in the piece, the necklace, which is second in from my end on the lower piece, you can see that...
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah. How that would come together.
Yeah.
So you just use a form to copy to get that dimension right. So that's an alternative way of making the eternal four-petalled flower as well. So I'm just going to pop that back out of the way and get back to where we started. Sorry. Don't apologise, Treacle. If you're asking questions, then other people will be asking questions. So it's all good. It's all good. So with this tiny little bit, hopefully we would have more than that to wrap around. But what we're going to do is just put a bit of a bend on it. And I'm trying to think the best way to actually show you is to draw that out of the way and then just pull that around to create a bit of a right angle down, and then that will sit. There we go. So you've just got a little curve on the end here. And we're going to hook that around the upright. Like so. So it hooks around and then we just draw the tail end around. Now there is just enough for us to be able to do that. Ideally we would want a slightly longer length. So I'm just going to crimp that around the upright, and hopefully if we are being smiled upon, there we go. There's enough there just to hold it in position to show you how the flower would sit. Okay? So in essence, use slightly more than 15 inches, okay? So I'm going to move over to one that I did make earlier because it'll be easier to handle. There we go, there's one. This is slightly less even, but it is sealed at the top end. Okay, so then it's just a case of making a wrapped loop at the top and sitting a single gemstone in the middle, one of the two-tone lapis if you prefer, which I can show you how to do, or you...
Do we have time to show that at all?
Brilliant,
yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic news. Okay, I will find a little bit of the 0.4. You don't need a huge amount, and this is a great way, if your form is slightly wonky in one direction, as mine is, you can use this as a way to kind of rein the design in and hold it together. So I'm just going to pick one of these gems at random, and they are all absolutely stunning. They're like funky little planetoids.
They are, aren't they?
Absolutely
I think that's
gorgeous.
why I thought they looked like chrysocolla, because that looks like little planets.
It absolutely does. So we're just going to imagine that this is a perfectly formed, beautiful, even wirework flower.
I like it as it is, without it being even.
It's not too bad.
It's quirky.
We're going to find one of these sides, pick anyone, it doesn't really matter. In fact, I'm going to start at the back of the design and wrap around about 3 or 4 times. So if I give that a quick squeeze around, 1, 2, push that 3 and 4. So this is the back of the design, so this is where I'm actually going to cut the wire and smooth so that that is nice and tight and doesn't catch on your clothing, okay? Flip that back over.
Yeah.
So we've hooked onto the wire. We now want to find the perfect place to bring this up to sit our gemstone in. So it's a case of moving that around and fiddling it through the design until it comes forward. So excuse my hand in the front there for a moment. So I'm just bringing that up to the top. You see how that's just woven around a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have wrapped around at the back of the design and then pushed the tail of the 0.4 all the way through this little aperture at the centre, and it's now coming out the front. Okay, so it's not difficult to do, it's difficult to show. So now we're going to drop the two-tone lapis in on the tail of that wire and just allow that to slide down into position. And I'm going to come across diagonally, and now we're going to go through that same process but in reverse. So I'm going to pull the wire underneath this section just here, push that through the loop first of all, so it's coming underneath this one, over the top of this side, whoops, and you can see it's in the right position because the lap is moved, okay? So we're now back in underneath, and we're going to draw around 3 or 4 times on the opposite side, just so that that sits nice and tightly. As an extension to this design, if you had a long enough tail of 0.4, you could build up a bit of weaving between each of the close sections, but all I did was to cross back underneath and just tie off around the back of the other side. And what it does is it gives you a little bit of extra added security, and everything sits in nice and tight. So I'm just pulling through to a 3rd bar on the centre of, if you think of our centre as a square. So I've started off on one side, I've gone diagonally to the other side, and now I'm just tying off underneath, and that also helps. I've twisted around to the last section where there's no wire, and I'm going to do the same thing underneath. We're lifting that two-tone lapis away from being too snuggled down inside the design, and we're also adding an element of security. So 3 or 4 times to wrap around the back, cut the wire, and then, as always, smooth that last little bit into position. And then it does sit. I mean, obviously,
So
you can take a
neat.
little bit more time to make that slightly more even.
I was about to say, you're ridiculously fast, and how neat you are with how quick you do it is just amazing.
You're very, very kind, thank you, but I can feel the OCD levels of many people rising, for which I apologise.
Don't apologise, my dear. You are showing it very quickly, and it looks beautiful.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Beautiful. Now, I've got something extra special for you. We're squeezing something extra in. There's only 5 of them, though, so that is a little bit limited.
Oh my
But more turquoise, beautiful turquoise. Now, is this the turquoise I think this is? Yeah. 4 mil rounds, 15 carats. Can you just tell me the location of this? It is, and can you, yeah, that's what I thought, that's the one, that is the one that I thought. Grade A, natural, USA, turquoise. There are 5 of these, that is it. The colour you're looking at, natural, baby. The look is amazing. 5 chances. Get ready. It's fastest fingers first. Good luck, good luck, good luck. At £29.95, they're going to go. There is no question about it. To get natural, beautiful turquoise with the quality that you're seeing here from the USA, we very rarely get it. It does go very quickly, as you can see, and it's 15 carats.
That's amazing. Absolutely, absolutely stunning. Could I see it with the two-tone lapis, please, ma'am?
You may, my darling, you may. 2 chances remaining, that's it. Oh, heck, I don't think I'll be able to get it on in enough time before it goes. With the two-tone lapis.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much.
That's a fab combo, isn't it?
Those side by side, a stack of bracelets.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
they have
turquoise.
gone. They have gone. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Now, I have got lapis. Lapis, lapis. Now, this. Oh, I love this.
That has to be the glossiest.
Look how much of the pyrite comes through in this. This is, again, natural. 100% natural, and so all of that pyrite is really showing through, isn't it? We've got a cheeky price on this one as well. 65 carats, a lapis lazuli, graduated faceted rondelles, 5x2 to 9x5 millimeters, and of course it's an 18 centimeter strand at 17 cheeky 95. But it's not your price. How about a cheeky low? Cheeky.
Wowsies.
They're gonna go.
That is absolutely stunning.
I'm just going to put it next to the items in the kit because I'm trying to do the growl again. I can't do it. So this is it with the two-tone lapis. How beautiful a combination are they? And with the turquoise in the kit.
You've got such beautiful variety right on your hand there.
That's Egypt right there, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. It's perfect.
Yeah. Gold, that's what we need.
Oh.
We need a bit of gold running through there. Gold wire work.
Haven't, but got some copper, which would be nice.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a nosy at those.
That's
oh, yes.
That is pretty with the copper, isn't it?
So if you have got a copper wire at home, this is an idea for you. Combo. Even goes beautifully with a two-tone, doesn't it?
It does. Really lovely.
So $11.95 for your, no, I was going to say two-tone then. No, not two-tone. For your natural lapis lazuli.
Gorgeous.
I love the little beads in between as well.
They're adorable. They're like minute little pearl beads, aren't they?
They
Neil?
are. They're cute. Really sweet. In fact, they would go beautifully with pearls.
They would.
The lapis would look stunning with pearls, with the metallic pearls from earlier.
Oh, how beautiful.
Hello, ideas. That's it. Gets you thinking though, doesn't it?
It really does. I think 3 of the smallest on that strand would be perfect as a trilogy ring.
How would you do it as a trilogy ring?
I would put them side by side,
And
just
then-
nestled up together,
Okay.
and then between 2 quite hefty pieces of wire.
Okay. Oh, I'm afraid. It's star by time.
Oh, no.
It is the labradorite.
Gorgeous.
Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. One more. Love it.
I love it.
And Jem loves it too. Of course. My goodness me. They are amazing. They seriously are. So this, of course, is your labradorite, and labradorite has the most amazing quality when you look at it, and it catches the light perfectly. Look at the blues. Look at the blues. Look at the blues. Look at them. They are so pretty. You can see why it's being sort of classed as a mysterious stone, can't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, check that out.
It's almost like moonlight has been trapped inside a gemstone.
The fire of the skies of the Aurora Borealis.
Ooh.
Trapped in a gemstone. And no, I didn't make that up.
Ooh. The other sort of idea goes again really nicely with Celtic Day, is that it was dragon's breath that's been trapped inside a gemstone.
Oh, how gorgeous.
Can you imagine that? Dragon's breath.
Wowzers.
Trapped in a gemstone. Genius.
Definitely.
Oh, love it. And it is just magical. I mean, look at the way you've got those beautiful, deep, rich, almost azure blues. And then you've got the turquoises there as well, the greens, the sort of oceanic blues coming through.
You
Gorgeous.
do. You do have that deep blue velvet of luxury dresses.
Ooh.
And the type of cushions that you put wedding rings on.
Ooh.
And then you have the aquatics and the oceanics.
Ooh. I used to have a
love,
blue
love,
velvet
love
dress
it.
like that.
I had one in about 1989 as well.
Yeah,
little
mine was in
sweetheart,
1990-ish, yeah.
sweetheart line, and it was little short skater style.
Oh. Love it. It makes a fantastic dress though, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
And it makes a fantastic colour for lapis. Not lapis. Goodness. It actually would go really nicely with lapis. Could we just have that a moment? Thank you, my darling. Thank you, thank you. Oh, hello, and turquoise. Yes, good call on that one. Take a look at those two together.
That's stunning. Really, really beautiful.
There you go. Freudian slip there. Clearly worked.
Absolutely. Just a single one of those labradorites with the 2 smallest lapis either side together.
Yeah.
That would look magical in the centrepiece of a necklace.
Now, you brought over the turquoise at the same time.
I had to.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very different look, isn't it? Even though they're blues, it's a very different look.
I can't get over the blue soul in that labradorite. It's absolutely immense. It's just glowing with life.
Yeah, it really
absolutely
is.
stunning.
That's what I love about it. It's a really dark, rich, almost I like to call it the British blue-grey, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
The British blue cat, the short-haired.
Yes.
And the grey sort of sheen that they have.
I know the one you mean.
It's that kind of grey that you're getting, and then you get that intense blue coming through it.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
And it is velvet-like, isn't it? It really genuinely is.
It is.
Do you know what would go really nicely with this? Golden obsidian.
Ah, that would be absolutely heavenly.
Because that's got a velvety feel to it as well, hasn't it?
It's the most velvety gemstone I can think of.
Oh, oh, combination. Made in heaven. Question. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, it's shiny.
Magpie in the room.
Yeah, yeah. This is where you lose me for a long time. £15 for the most incredible strand. I mean, this is absolutely pretty. Oh, see again, I'm gone. You just, every single time you turn it, it catches the light. This is going to be a conversation starter, isn't it? This is going to be an icebreaker piece. Because when you're wearing, if you wore a ring of this and you went to pay for something at a till or cufflinks. Now I'm saying that because I actually have a, it's nowhere near as nice as this actually, a labradorite ring that always, whenever I wear it, if I'm going to pay for something at a counter, the person behind the counter always asks what it is. Or if they know it's labradorite, say, where'd you get that from? Yeah. Because it really is, it's so dramatic. When you wear, I mean, imagine this. Or like I just said, cufflinks. Imagine wearing that and all of a sudden you get this amazing sheen of blue streaking across it.
It does, it just comes to life.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Now I'm going to squeeze in the sister stone for it because they are a match made in heaven. Now if that was the dragon's breath caught inside a gemstone, then this is the moonlight caught inside a gemstone. And in fact, I might just pop these side by side, in all fairness. I think it needs to be done. Can you see the little blue coming through? Now, I am going to get the black background for this because you need something to just really show you. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh. Something blue for a wedding. Paired with pearls.
It does work beautifully with pearls actually, quite pale natural pearls or a little bit more out there, some champagne colour.
Champagne.
Oh, now that is a match made in heaven.
That actually looks like the lapis has been reflected in the moonstone itself.
That is some seriously immense moonstone.
Oh yes. I mean look, look. They are perfect together. And I am going to pop that down for a second because I am going to bring in the labradorite one more time and pop those two together so you can see those two. Because these are the sister stones. And again, you see that gorgeous blue there, that gorgeous blue there. Now you know what we're going to do? We're going to be naughty and match the price of your labradorite. Don't glare at me, woman. It's not me.
I'm very sorry if you at home were offended or upset by that face, and it certainly wasn't meant for you, Lara. I was hoping that you would share my anxiety over that price.
I still love you.
I wasn't being mean, I promise.
I know.
I promise I wasn't being mean. I will cry.
It is, I do agree with you though, it is a ridiculous price. £15 for the quality that you're getting there is redonkulous.
And what you don't necessarily see because you're focusing on, again, that immense blue soul inside the gemstone is that it has such a high lustre as well.
Absolutely.
It's like paparazzi, but very paparazzi.
Flashy, flashy. Now, yes, actually, do you know what? Next kit coming up, black spinel. If you want paparazzi, those two together, party! Cocktail party, let's go!
1960s, Carnaby Street, Bieber. Absolutely fabulous.
Ooh, I'm thinking 1920s flapper style as well.
Oh, also, yes, most definitely. Very glamorous.
Absolutely. Loving it. Look at this. Now, after the break, I have been promising this pink sapphire. You're going to absolutely love it. It is my must-have for the day. You need to see it. Got a message come through as well from Anne saying, hiya, got my moonstone, yippee! Woohoo! Now, it's going to be amazing. Stay where you are. Next kit coming up in another hour and a bit. I'll see you in 2.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for a strand like this. By far the most beautiful, and this is in my opinion, so I know we're not supposed to have an opinion, but I love pink. I love pink. I've always loved pink. I pretended I didn't like pink for a very long time, and then realised when my room was pink and my bedding was pink and everything that I owned was pink, that maybe I did like pink. But there we are. How can you not like this pink though? Because it is stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And the bit that I like about this is it's not quite like your average pink sapphire. This has got even more of a depth to it, hasn't it? You've got not just the bubblegum pinks, because you tend to have two types of pink when you're looking at the sapphires. You've got your bubblegum pinks, which are richer, darker colours, and then you've got what I call the candy floss pinks, and they're the lighter ones. This one is almost like it takes both of them, brings in the best qualities of each of them, and you've got it all in one. So because you've got the depth of colour, but you also have such a high lustre to it as well. Like if I've twisted this like that, you can see the depth of colour coming through, can't you? But as soon as I twist it into the light, look, bubblegum goes into candy floss. And the clarity really adds to that as well. These are incredible. It's such a beautiful, beautiful example of what pink sapphire should be. It's 18 carats of it, and it is the graduated ovals, and they are just divine. I wouldn't want to cut the strand up, but that's me coming from a gem collector's point of view. As a jewellery maker, I wouldn't be using too many of these. I'd be sprinkling them through the designs. What about you?
I think possibly there would be a suite of jewellery, perhaps with some baby pearls, some not necessarily the 2mm pearls, but a little bit larger, maybe even to highlight something like that you could weave around with the sapphires. That would be quite exceptional. But they do have a natural marriage with pearls. I think there's a beautiful affinity. But this is a really lovely pink sapphire because it has that element of fizz. It's your cava, it's your champagne, it's your prosecco. It's quite exciting, it's quite girly, but it's quite alive.
It's very alive. I love the fact as well that they've kept it true to itself in the regard of you've got these little speckles running through. I love the fact you've got those little personalities. It's almost like a beauty mark.
Aww.
You know how you had the supermodels? What was the name? What was the name? What was the name?
Was it Claudia Schiffer?
Yes.
Possibly?
No.
No?
No. What was it? Oh. Cindy Crawford.
Oh, of course, yes. Yes, she did have a beauty mark.
Cindy Crawford had a beauty mark. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. And it was very popular years and years and years ago. We're talking different points during history to actually draw a beauty mark on.
Well, we sometimes have the little heart-shaped ones, don't we, in a particular time of history.
Yeah. Have we not? Right. I've just been made aware, and I'd like to make you aware of this as well. Go and have a look on our website. Not anybody, our website. Okay, go and have a look on our website and have a look for pink sapphire. We have not got anything on the website under £33.95. The most expensive is £89.95. So when Phil's going to do something to the price, you just watch. In fact, don't just watch. Dial the number at the bottom of the screen and get in and get it before it goes. Are you ready? There you go. £29.95. We have just taken it lower than the lowest price on the website for pink sapphire. 10 have already gone.
So if you were to go and have a look on the World Wide Web for a 3x2mm pink sapphire in a ring, I'm thinking by comparison, and I'm not saying that this is exactly the same gemstone, obviously, but I think that's something that would be considered a substantial solitaire stone. And that's the smallest gem on the strand, actually, isn't it? I would set one of those as a solitaire in a ring.
So that is the smallest one there, and it is still big enough to warrant being a solitaire in a ring.
Yeah, I would absolutely sit that at the centre of a little swirl, possibly the beautiful pearl-coloured wire for this gemstone. I think a nice, soft, gentle, delicate backdrop to it.
If you're wondering
gorgeous
about the biggest one, this is what the biggest one would look like.
Now that's substantial.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Would you use a lot? Because I'd not want to use a lot. I'd want to be very sparing with this.
I would want to be quite sparing with them, purely to show a level of respect for quite a special gemstone. I think I'd probably want at most 3 gemstones in one piece.
That's a good amount. That's a very good amount. Seriously good amount. Now my question to you would be, if you were to do a solitaire ring, wire worked,
Yep.
how much would you sell it for?
If it was
In sterling silver wire, not in copper.
in sterling silver wire
Yes.
with a single gemstone.
With a single gemstone. Let's say the biggest one on the...
Biggest one on the strand,
Yeah.
single gemstone, sterling silver wire, relatively simple design, £70 maybe.
Wow, okay, yeah. That's your strand back. And then some.
Yeah, you've paid for your wire, you've paid for your time, you've paid for a cup of coffee out with a friend. If that is your aim.
Or cocktails
from this
with me.
strand. Or cocktails.
There we are. This has to happen, you know that.
Oh, definitely,
It
yes.
has to happen. That's a lot more than I was expecting. That's amazing. So you are getting an incredible deal for £29.95. Wow, love it. Gonna leave those there with you. Good luck. Now, you need. This is coming out. This is coming now. Right, this is happening right now. This I've been waiting for, majorly waiting for. So you know my love of emeralds. If you know me, you'll know my obsession with them. There are 4 of these available. This is 3 carats of not just any emerald. We're talking the one to own Colombian emerald. We're talking clear, just incredible clarity. The colour is stunning. The clarity is amazing. I mean, seriously, this is an emerald. This is an emerald. Do we expect emeralds to be this clean? No. No. This has been brought up in a really tough environment. This has been brought up in a really hostile, tough environment where it's supposed to be full of cracks and crevices and grooves and pot marks and just you name it, you'd expect it. No. This is not a stone that has been scarred by its life, by its incredible, intense heat and pressure surroundings. No. This is amazing. This is amazing. Just the strand on its own. 3 whole carats. Just beautiful, isn't it? Now the last 4 chances, I cannot believe that we're actually going to go as low as we are on this. I've been clinging to this for the majority of the day. £50 for 3 whole carats of one of the finest strands you will probably ever see of Colombian emeralds. How we have this in stock, how we have this with us right now, I do not know. Personally, I would be putting this away and looking at it every so often and loving it. I wouldn't want to do anything with it, but goodness me, there's a message come through. I'm a newbie, I never knew there were so many beautiful gems. And look, my name is Amber, yay! Named after an amazing gemstone yourself, my lovely, and thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Now, there are so many amazing gemstones, that's what I love about it. 2 chances remain though, that is it. There were 4, that is gonna go, isn't it?
It's a heart-melting strand, it really is. When Phil showed me, I was just so excited. We looked at it with the light behind it, and it is immense and amazing.
There is something very romantic, I think, about emeralds.
And this is particularly romance-enhancing, I think. Just an opinion.
Yeah. I love it. The question is, who's going to get those last 2? Who is going to be lucky enough to get those last 2? Cheryl and Celine have already got theirs. Congratulations to both of you. Celine, very much a connoisseur, knows her gemstones very, very well. As does Cheryl. Look at them. They are just beautiful. Would you be putting it in a ring? You're grinning at me.
I would be seeking out some white gold wire.
Ooh.
And I would absolutely make everyone into a ring because I want to see that on my finger. I want to appreciate those colours. It would obviously look amazing with yellow gold, with rose gold, with your sterling silver. But I'd want it with that.
You want it with gold rather than silver, though, wouldn't you?
I would personally put
silver,
it with gold.
Yeah.
Possibly a white gold.
Yeah. One chance remain.
Good luck.
And that is it. Good luck. Check those baskets out. That's basically a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, isn't it? Going to move on from that, my lovely. Good luck to the final few of you. Now... Ooh, I got a cheeky tanzanite. Cheeky tanzanite. Oh, I love this one. Okay, take a look at this. You have got so much purple coming through. How beautiful. This is a gorgeous strand, isn't it? You've got the beautiful blues, but if you look at it, it's almost like the moonstone where that blue is so rich. And it's slightly purpley in its tone as well. That's what I love about it. So the way you get more purple out of a tanzanite, it depends on the way you cut it, really. You cut it in one direction and you see more blue. You cut it in the other direction and you see more of the purple. It's all down to the optic axes that you get. So this has been chosen, the pieces have been chosen, it's been cut in such a way that you get this mass of beautiful flecks of purple coming through it. And you get this wonderful effect. Now, seeing a strand like this, the next price, Jem, I don't think I've told you this price, have I? Oh, okay,
haven't.
right, just keep watching because you, in fact, we should just look at Jem because her face is going to be a picture. It should be at £17.95, which is amazing. That, on its own, if you saw that, you would be really happy with that, wouldn't you? Not today. Check this out.
Oh, come on.
You're welcome.
Do you know, I can't take my eyes off it. That colour is insane.
It's amazing.
Absolutely insane.
I'm going to bring in
Yes, and
the
moonstone.
labradorite and the moonstone because these three are a match made in heaven. Or in the ground, as the case may be. just look at these. They all have the most amazing optical quality, don't they? Of course, these have got the official optical quality, and this has that wonderful trichrism. So you're getting up to three colours of colour coming in. The dichroism of it is beautiful. In some instances, you will get the trichrism in there as well. Oh! Love it, absolutely love it. With a turquoise, 10 of these have already gone. 10 have already gone in not even a minute. They are stunning, aren't they, though? I'm looking at this going, I would just want to turn it into a bracelet so I could look at it.
Always.
Sterling silver spacers, maybe. Oh, hello, sorry. Just spotted these as I said that. Don't know if I'll be able to get it over the tassels. Oh, I am. It's happening. It's going over the tassel. Take a look.
Oh, that's delicious. Almost masculine.
Yes.
Or certainly unisex anyway.
Yeah. Even if you just had that one on there and made the rest into a bracelet, so it would literally just sit. I'll bring the spacers next for you if you like.
Do you know the knot section that we had?
Yes. Sorry.
All of the oxygen has suddenly gone out of the studio.
Sorry. Sorry, I just... Clearly I liked that idea. No, it would be so beautiful. Sorry, carry on. I just had the vision of it then.
It's fine. With the tanzanite, I would want to have 2 of the knot section bracelets with just 1 or 2 of the big tanzanite beads in the middle.
Ah.
And with those connected around it.
Ah. See, I was thinking more along the lines of attaching the knot with a strand, like a strand like this of tanzanite.
Ah, that would be delicious. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry for sucking the air out of the room. But it's a bit of imagination there. Gets me a little bit excited. There we are. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to bring the spacers to you now. These, I spotted these a couple of days ago. When was they in last? Sunday. These, I absolutely love. I love them. I would like to use these in as many ways as possible. But I am stuck with the idea of it being on a bracelet, just like that, because I just think it's so sweet. Or to wrap a little bit of wire around it and attach a charm to the bottom of that.
Do you still have the natural metallic pearls?
No, they've been oh, no, I do! They're here! Hello! You want me to put them in? Explain how? Just one in between each, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, hello.
So would that be 4 pearls and 3 spacer beads?
Ta-da!
That's adorable. I absolutely love that. I think they work together so nicely. Or with the Carnelian.
Yep, still got that. I shall bring that on now. Oh, hello. Yes, big, chunky, bold, beautiful, massive spacers with massive gemstones. That works. That really works.
And I know that we quite often put a warmer metal with Carnelian because it's quite a warm gemstone.
Yes.
But I really like having that flash of silver.
It's quite unisex as well when you do it like that.
Definitely.
Do love that feel. Oh, that's really lovely. Really, really lovely. And I'm also thinking, really,
Oh, lovely.
cheeky price point on this one as well. I think you're going to love it. £10.95 for 3, and it is 925 sterling silver. It's not silver plated. It is your 925 sterling silver. You are getting, how many grams of silver is in this one? 3.4 grams of sterling silver. Get yourself a pack of these. Could you incorporate them into earrings?
I don't see why not. Yeah. I mean, if you were to put one of the large carnelians at the bottom with a head pin coming up through the centre, one of those sat on top, that'd be quite funky. Maybe another carnelian or a slightly smaller gemstone, and then the smaller gemstone would sit inside the crown of the charm.
Or if you had really small fingers, it could be a ring. I don't think that would work. But
Try it.
if
Go
you
on,
had,
try it. I fancy a trip to A&E.
Don't. I had to go to A&E with a little one the other day.
Oh, I'm sorry, lovey.
That's all right. Can I just say she is fine? She just got a sequin in her eye.
I did see. I so felt for you.
The worst thing was, it had fallen out of my hair. She was pulling my hair and it fell. So I'd gone to a wedding and I wore a scarf which had sequins on it. Didn't realise one had got stuck in my hair when I'd taken the scarf off. So she's having a little tug on my hair quite happily. And it dropped on her nose and I thought, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, better move it before it go. Oh, look there, it's gone into her eye. It escalated very rapidly. It actually went under. That's as far as I'm talking about that. She's fine now.
Any more than that.
Yeah, she's fine now. She was fine with it in there. It was just me going, no, we need to get it out. And then you ring the helpline and they go, no, take it to the accident centre now. Right. Let me bring to you. Oh, what's supposed to be in there? There's nothing in there. Is it hiding? No, it's not there. No, genuinely not there. Oh, yeah, I got that. Dun, dun, dun. No. I'm supposed to be trying to find a chain, which seems to have vanished. Okay, well, do you know what? I'm actually glad it's vanished because this is so much better. Oh, my life, this is so much better. Right. Take a look at the colour combination that you're getting here. So whenever we bring you multicoloured tourmaline, oh, it was in 13, not 15. There we are. That's why I was looking at a different box. It is there. There we are. Right. We have got black tourmaline, not just pink. Often you see pink and green, don't you? Which we've got the pink and green here because they are a fantastic combination. But you've also got black tourmaline. You've also got apricot colours. Look at that combination there. You've got golden tones coming through, peaches coming through, going right through to almost satsumari colours. Caramels. Love this. That's like a mint green almost, isn't it? And then you're going through to the greens, the pinks. Love that combination, the crossway. You're actually getting some of them where they've got both the green and the pink in together, so you're bicoloured. And then look at this.
That's astonishing.
Gorgeous, isn't it? It's almost Paraiba-esque. Of course, I can't guarantee it is Paraiba. It probably won't be Paraiba at all, not by any stretch of the imagination, but you're getting that kind of colour, aren't you? Love the look of that. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous strand. 35 carats of multicoloured tourmaline. Beautiful. Not stopping there. How do you feel if we dropped it ultra low and gave you £11 back from that? Dropped it by £11, $16.95 for a gorgeous selection of colours in your tourmaline. It is one of the most unusual gemstones. I love it. Think of some of the most famous gemstones in the world. Paraiba tourmaline.
You're in Dicolite.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Rubellite. Rubellite and Dicolite, Paraiba tourmaline are all tourmalines. It is one of the most luxurious and high-end stones of all time.
And that's a pick and mix price strand, isn't it?
That is a pick and mix price strand. What, would you separate them out or would you keep them as they are?
I would separate them out actually on this occasion, and I think I'd probably grab a couple of strands so I could pick my favourite variations. I'm loving those caramelly, chocolatey tones.
Really like those.
That's not something that you see on every single mixed strand of tourmaline, is it?
No, it's not something you see very often as well. I mean, whenever you go and look for tourmaline in a store, you're more likely to see the pink.
Yes.
Or green.
Yeah.
And they're normally the extremely dark greens, whereas we've got a nice combination of the lighter ones coming through as well. The fact we've got black tourmaline in there, I love black tourmaline. Love it, but you very rarely see it.
It's true.
Very rarely see it. I've got a piece of it in its natural form. Have you? It's fab. It's absolutely amazing, but you never get to see it. You never get to see it. And then it's here. I've actually got 4 pieces on this particular strand. Can't guarantee how many you're going to get, but it's definitely worth getting them just for the black tourmaline. You normally see it as an addition to another gemstone, so your tourmalinated quartz.
Yeah.
You don't regularly get it as a stone on its own. So good luck. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now we did find the chain. Twist diamond cut. There is only 13 of these, I'm afraid. Now, I love this. Look at how it falls.
Have you seen
beautiful.
Gorgeous Fleur's chainmail when she does a twist in the chainmail? Now, I'm not a chainmailist, I don't understand how it works, but it's stunning, and that reminds me of it. It's just beautiful.
Absolutely. Look at the fluidity of it as well. Oh my life, seriously. How many did you say we got? 13, last chance. You need to get it at the price. You wait until you see the price. That is a Christmas present, birthday present, wedding gift. That on its own, don't even do anything to it. You don't have to. That is a gift for less than £10. That is amazing. You can imagine this in a jeweller's window, can't you? You can imagine the price tag that would go with it. It wouldn't be less than £10, would it?
If you saw it for £25, I think you'd be knocking on the window to find out a little bit more about how you could buy it. It really is a beautiful, interesting. And the fact that it's 20 inches as well is lovely because we don't all have diminutive 14-inch necks. So some of us will look for a slightly longer chain to have the same sort of look as other people will get with their 16-inch. So it's beautiful.
Can I just also point out, and this is probably by the by and no one really cares about this, but you will probably spend a lot of time doing this as well because it feels amazing and it looks incredible. Like I said, it's probably by the by, but it is enjoyable. I'm just putting it out there. There is only how many left? 5 chances remaining. That is it. Sorry, and the amount of sparkle that you get on this, you don't need anything else. I'm thinking one of these metallic pearls at the bottom on the chain, done.
Easy, yep, definitely.
Or even like the pendant you're wearing.
Yes, it's certainly substantial enough to carry off a heavier pendant.
So if you're making your wire work pendants, take a look at this. This is an amazing pendant. Can we just twist so you can see the purples coming through?
Let's see. There's the purple.
Oh. Nice movement. So if you are making the larger size pendants, then this would be a chain that would actually be substantial enough to hold it. So,
and substantial enough visually.
Yes.
Because I think you can have quite a fine chain which is strong, but the visual balance is off. So sometimes you need a slightly wider chain to balance out a larger pendant anyway.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point. Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
Now this, I'm really excited about this because take a look at the lovely tones that you're getting on this one. Can I just say, it is natural. And can I just say, it's natural ruby for £10. Both myself and Jem have got pretty much the same expression. We're both suppressing laughter because that is ridiculous.
That's insane. Absolutely insane.
It's natural ruby.
And look at that colour.
I know, the colour's fab, isn't it?
It's fruity, it's like cherries.
Tutti frutti, cherry, morello.
Oh, picota.
Eh?
My favourite variety of cherries.
Ooh.
Come from Spain.
Are they the yellowy ones?
No, they're got that kind of colour.
Oh, right, okay. I've not heard of those. There we are.
Oh, they're lovely. They're quite a short season, about 3 or 4 weeks, but they're delicious.
These, however, will last longer than 3 or 4 weeks. That is ridiculous. Can I just say they're not going to last that long on air, though, unfortunately. There is only 9 chances in the building. That is it. 9 strands available to you today for £9.95 each.
So amber, one of the big 4 or the big 5, depending on how... amber? Ruby, even.
Ruby,
the reason
yes.
I said amber is because welcome, Amber.
Welcome.
We've got a new customer with us this evening, and you were saying earlier on about how there's a whole world of gemstones out there that you didn't perhaps know about.
Yes.
Well, this is one of the big ones, and for me, when I've got into jewellery making, this was an aspirational gemstone.
It's still known as the king of gemstones, isn't it?
I don't blame it. It's deserved of its crown, genuinely. I never thought I'd be able to get a strand of natural ruby. I didn't, and to be able to get that for under £10 is absolutely amazing.
Can I just go along with the idea of the 4 chances left, by the way, the natural ruby. Most rubies are fissure filled. This is not. This is natural, so there's no treatment to it whatsoever. When you're looking at ruby, that is incredible. So questions come through from, is that from you, Phil? What is it filled with? It's filled with a resin normally, so a plastic type resin. It's normally something that, or oil sometimes. That's, to be fair, oil is more for your emeralds. So it's more likely to be a resin. And it's a resin that is of a similar optic quality to the material itself. So you don't tell it too much. If you look closer, you'll see it, but you won't tell it too much. And you asked what a fissure is. It's a crack.
So historically, rubies were also lead filled as well,
yes,
which
lead
is
filled,
obviously
yeah,
not
yeah.
ideal if you wanted to wear that against the skin.
No. No, especially, I mean, yeah, no. No, it is going to
the
sell out.
resonance of a lovely natural ruby is just absolutely impeccable.
They used to get lead poisoning from pewter, didn't they? The pewter plates and things like that. Right, the next one you're going to love as well. This is amazing. The gemstone of Scotland, and I love the shape. It is a shape. So it is the Celtic Day, so we thought we'd bring this one along for the party. Ooh, 8 chances remaining. We have been a bit naughty on how low we've got quantity-wise, but it's got to be done. Cheeky, cheeky prices.
I definitely miss it, miss out price.
Definitely a miss it, miss out.
Love that. Oh, check it out.
Aren't they gorgeous? They are perfect. And I'm going to say just, you know, the obvious one, earrings. Oh, a ring, Jen, nice idea. How do you do it as a ring? Oh. Could you, because you know I'm not a wire worker. Oh. For £8.95, could you wire work it so it sits upright like that?
You absolutely could.
If I can get it to sit upright like that, so it becomes a really
would
dominant
be
piece.
Quite high couture cocktail, not for your everyday designs. You know, especially if you go scratch yourself in the eye.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do it. I'm thinking though, if you wire wrapped it up to the point, so the bottom bit was silver.
Yeah.
And then you just had that showing at the top. That'd be pretty impressive.
That would be exquisite, absolutely.
Please don't hurt yourself with it.
No. They're beautiful.
One left, gone. Gone. That is fab. Now, ooh. Now we've all agreed with this one. This is phenomenal moonstone. So phenomenal. You haven't seen me do that, have you?
I haven't.
Have you not? I have a thing about, this is so silly, but I have a thing about, if I think a gemstone is just rubbing it on the nose.
Oh.
Or on the face. There's something about it, the coldness of it.
I tend to put them on the third eye.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's either the forehead or the nose for me. I'm not the only one. That's it. I'm not the only one. Thank you, Jem. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just, it feels nice, doesn't it? It's kind of almost like you're appreciating the stone that little bit more as well. So this is 250 carats of moonstone. And this is not just any moonstone, though. We're looking at moonstone from Norway. And it is like looking at the sky in some instances, isn't it? It's like looking at the sky as it frosted with clouds. Oh, cheeky. Tenner.
Unbelievable.
£10.
I've run out of angry faces for Phil now.
Was it you I was talking to the other day? I think it must have been Linda actually. You were saying about how expensive it is to get moonstone from Norway. If you go to Norway itself, it's like having Laramar. So Laramar, if you go to the Dominican Republic, it's more expensive to get than if you got it elsewhere.
Well, some of it does come from underneath a great big glacier, so I can imagine it's not easy to get to. I'm not saying that this particular strand has come from there, but some of it is subglacial.
No, but you can actually see the reflection of that sort of glacial look, can't you?
Definitely.
In the moon, it's almost like it's been kissed by ice.
I mean, I absolutely adore Indian and Sri Lankan moonstone, but when you get those peachy tones...
Oh, the peach, yes.
I always want to have that from the Norwegian location because it is beyond spectacular. It's delightful.
It's almost reflective of the environment as well. I mean, Norway is cold. You can imagine going out trying to look at the northern lights and various different things. You can imagine the whole environment itself. Just you do find that gemstones tend to be very representative of where they're found.
I believe you are correct. I agree.
She concurs.
I concur.
She concurs. They are fantastic. Because of the shape and because of the size, the 10 mils, I would be tempted to keep them as they are, restrand it on stretchy elastic and make a bracelet.
They would be beautiful. I would certainly want them in a design where it could be mobile, where you could move the gemstone within the fitting. So on a stretchy is ideal.
I'm wanting to put this, I'm just going to lay this down a second and bring back the, they're going to go, but I just want to pop them with the spacers. Because you put those spacers with this.
That's lovely.
Beautiful. If you've got the spacers, get your strand. If you've got your strand, get your spacers. They are stunning.
Ooh.
We've mentioned this stone already.
Whole light.
See what I did there? She laughs because she has to.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I like being here. It's fun. Whole light. Whole light. I can do a pretty mean wolf, but I think Leanne's dogs might go absolutely nutty.
Oh yes, yeah. No. I'm very tempted to now. 210 carats of white howlite. I love. Whoa! What, Phil? £2. That's it. That's done. I was about to say how beautiful the intricate, almost lacework pattern that you get with the matrix going through it, and what's the point in saying anything at £2?
Well, I can talk about it.
Yes.
Because I think it's absolutely beautiful. Howlite is often dyed, and I love it when it's left as it comes.
It's really
beautiful.
lovely when it's on its own, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous, and I really enjoy the matrix that you see within it. And if you're making a 4-season tree of life, or 4 individual tree of lives, one for each season, this is beautiful for your winter tree, because it's an interesting but still primarily white gemstone.
You are getting an amazing, amazing opportunity on this one. I mean, for £2, there's so many things you can do. The nuggets themselves are stunning, and like you're saying, they are often dyed, so to have it in its natural form, in that incredible white that you're seeing coming through with those silvery lines going through it as well, whether you're doing tree of life, whether you're making bracelets, whether you're doing necklaces with it, it is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now there is only 15 chances remaining. I've got 10 in baskets already, and that's not counting if you're taking more than one of them. So if you do want to get them, you do need to check those baskets out. It's an amazing price. Well done. Seriously, well done. Oh, I can't believe you've done that. Now, oh hello. Oh hello. Oh. I've only got 15 of these remaining, I'm afraid. But take a look at these. Oh! These Madagascan by any chance? Oh, yes. Yes, they are. Of course they are. There's a very definitive look about Madagascan labradorite, isn't there? It's really strong. Really strong, really beautiful. Luxurious. Oh, hold on. I think they've got the wrong strand on the... Oh, they're bigger. Let's forget the strand that I've just pulled out.
For now?
Is teeny weeny. For the moment, I'll bring these on later, but for the moment, these are teeny weeny in comparison. Gorgeous nonetheless, but... Hello? Oh, hello. Look at the colours in this. For 12.
That is so good. Look at the copper colour.
This is gorgeous, isn't
That
it? I
is
would be more than happy to pay £12 for that one on its own, in fairness.
I have and I do. I love labradorite of this quality that has been faceted, and when you facet your labradorite, you have to take into consideration every single surface, and that is performing on every single surface.
Yeah, it really is.
How good is the rough that has made that faceted pendant piece?
It's almost like a peacock eye as well. Look.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
There, look, you can see the... That is incredible. I'm loving it. I would be more than happy if I saw a quality like that. Just for that one stone on its own, I'd be happy to pay £10, £11.
Yep, no problem.
Oh my life. Take a look at this one. Look at that. This combination, the colours running through it, the just yellows, oranges, greens. Can you see all of those colours running through? And then you get that incredible intense, there it is, that nebula blue. Oh, oh. How on earth do we take it as low as £11.95? There is only 7 chances remaining though, that is it. That is, oh my life, look at that one as well. It's every single one, every single one. You're never going to get bored of this strand, are you?
And if you put that in a box one night, take it out the following day, you'll see something different the following morning. Different light sources, different windows in the household.
Oh, yeah.
Even
absolutely.
if you just look at it, isn't it beautiful?
Now I'm going to bring the smaller ones back in because they are just as beautiful, and actually they go really lovely together. Now these ones aren't faceted, so these are more of your sort of puffy shape, aren't they? And these are even more affordable. Again, the quality is absolutely impeccable. Every single one, oh my life. I'm actually really loving the the tones that are coming in through these ones because it looks like you're looking at a rainforest when the sun's shining through. You see what I mean?
Yes. It is a very emotive gemstone, actually.
Absolutely.
You can take it to mean whatever you want it to. You can see the things that you want to see. It's magical.
These are gorgeous. If you can, definitely get the 2 strands. In fact, I'm going to pop the 2 strands side by side so you can see what I mean. So the smaller ones... Oh, hello. I'm just destroying everything today. Do apologise. Oh, that's it. That's the one. Okay, so if I gave you these 2 strands, what would you do with them? Because on its own, I think it would be very luxurious, but I'd want to do a double-stranded necklace like that, to be fair.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
the compliments that you would get if you wore that much labradorite of that quality in one go. You would be the absolute star of wherever you went.
absolutely. But then I'm still looking at these and going, but I could make a ring out of it.
Yeah.
But I could make a pendant out of it.
Of the faceted strand, I'd probably make all pendants. Of the smooth strand, I would probably make some beautiful earrings.
Yes.
With very simple wire work to go around
Oh,
them.
yes. Combination made in heaven. Good luck on these ones, they're flying out as well. Yes, stunning. Now, I'm going to bring to you some sunstone. Some sunstone. So, feldspar ahoy! These are incredible, actually. Look at the depth of colour you're getting in the sunstone there. Often, sunstone, it depends on the type of sunstone you get. So it is a feldspar, it's a pleasure glazed feldspar, and which is just a variety of feldspar. And it has these incredible little fine flecks inside it that creates this spangled effect. And sometimes you don't see it very well, and sometimes you do. And in this instance, you absolutely do, don't you? It's almost like somebody has got confetti or glitter and has just thrown it. And it has an effect called adventurescence. And it's got this beautiful, beautiful look.
It always reminds me of the story of how adventurescence got its name.
Yes, which was copper that had been dropped into glass. So the actual story goes, it's the only effect in gemstones that has been made, it has been named after a man-made material. So somebody was making glass and accidentally dropped some copper into it, and it created this kind of effect. Now, it should be a £27.95. Absolutely, 100% gorgeous. But it's nowhere near. We're taking it right down to £14.95.
Wow.
How many do
Definitely.
we have? Sorry, carry on, I'm going to count.
No, not a problem at all. It's definitely a gemstone that is appreciated best in person. And I know I would definitely want to bring that home to take a look at it, get it down the garden. If the sun decides to come out this August ever in the United Kingdom, then go for your life. Or possibly a sunlight lamp.
It was genius. There was a moment the other day when there was sunlight out. I'm like, oh, I'm going to the studio. I'm not going to see it. There were 18 on this strand. So how much is that per?
Well, it's less than £1, isn't it?
It's less than £1. 83 pence. 83 pence per gemstone is what you're looking at.
A bag of crisps
really
at the garage
unusual.
the other day was £1, so less than a packet of crisps.
What?
It was a normal sized bag as well.
Really?
I didn't buy them. I was just surprised at the price.
I remember when crisps used to be 10 pence. God blimey. There's a handful of these available, so grab while you can. Oh, look. I'm thinking, and this is going to be, again, it's going to be a real statement piece, but could you do like a beady bead type style with these as a ring?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could, because they look like they've got a really lovely drill hole through the top there.
Yep, the top drilled.
There's no reason that you couldn't, but I would be inclined to nestle them in some wire anyway. So perhaps 2 bands of a 0.8 going around the bottom, just to keep it nice and secure and sit it beautifully. And I'd want to do it with copper wire to
nice
reflect
choice,
the
yeah.
copper-like inclusions in there.
Yeah,
I think it's absolutely stunning.
Got a message come through from Kath in Pembrokeshire. I've not long ago bought my first strand of sunstone. I was amazed. It is stunning. Don't know why I never bought it before. It's not a stone that you will see very often, and it's one of those that until you get it home you don't quite realise just how. I don't think the lights in the studio do it any justice.
No, they don't.
And I don't think the camera picks it up. It doesn't ever give the kind of twinkle across that it has.
But if you do love your optical effect gemstones,
Absolutely.
like its sister gemstones, the labradorite and the moonstone,
Absolutely.
then it's definitely worth a consideration. It's a stunning gem.
It's really, really beautiful, and it's, for me, it's a collector's piece. If you love gemstones that are unusual, like Jem was saying, the optical effect, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So you're talking about the wire working.
Yes.
Would you wire work it so it's up?
I possibly wouldn't. My personal choice would be to have it laying flat, probably with the
Okay.
deeper base towards the knuckle and the finer point towards the wrist.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I think it looks quite elongating and attractive
It would
in
be,
that fashion.
yeah, absolutely.
And as I say, I would take pains to nestle it securely inside some wire so it didn't see too much action. Be amazing as earrings. And again, with copper wire would be just beautiful.
See, I'm thinking of it as a frill style necklace again.
Oh, that'd be lovely. With
Almost.
some seed pearls in between.
Ooh, yes.
Wouldn't that be cute? Little 2 or
Yes.
3 millimetre rice shape.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Now, do we have another message come through? We have. Deborah in Staffordshire. Hello, my darling. I have bought macrame plant hanger kit. There are no instructions. I'm new to this, so I bought the kit. How do I make this with no instructions? Well, if you go to the website, my lovely, or YouTube, and type in Jewellery Maker, there is loads, in fact, Jewellery Maker macrame, there are loads of different tutorials. So if you do that, you should find some with Mark Smith, and he will show you how to do the macrame. Various different styles, or of course you can go on one of his courses if you wanted to. Have a look on the website and see what is available, and if they are still available, just aren't the DVDs? Right, there are none on the website at this moment in time with the DVDs, but keep an eye out because you never know when they're going to come back, and we are doing more all the time. So first point of call would be YouTube or the website. YouTube is probably the first place. Type in Jewellery Maker macrame and you will get some instructions on how to do bits there. Another message come through, this time from Sue in London. I made a friend a sunstone and turquoise, good choice, sunstone and turquoise necklace, sun, sea and sand in a strand. That is genius. That is absolutely genius. Thank you, my lovely. Now, do you know what? We're going to bring you a showstopper. It's kyanite. Kyanite. My kyanite, believe it. I'm here all night. It is a gemstone. We're talking about top 5. And I did mention a list of 5 and then added and added and added, and kyanite is up there with one of my all-time favourites because it is so unusual. It is a polymorph gemstone anyway, so it's a polymorph between sillimanite and andalusite and kyanite together are the 3 in that particular series. And what that means is if you added a bit more heat to this particular combination of minerals, it would turn into one of the stones, and if you added a bit more pressure, it would turn into another one of the stones. And kyanite is normally created under incredible intense pressure. We're talking incredible intense pressure. Now, this is normally found up in the Himalayas, and think about this for a moment. How were the Himalayas formed? Well, you've got 2 plates, 2 tectonic plates coming together, smashing together with, just think about converging massively, big pressure, big pressure, moving up, moving up, moving up. Now that pressure together will have been so intense and so dramatic that this gemstone was formed. And then as the mountains got higher and higher and higher, this gemstone would have moved up with the mountains themselves. So that's why you find it at higher points. It's also found under New York as well. It is. It's also found under New York as well. It is a really stunning, stunning gemstone. And it's really unusual because it has dual hardness. So in one direction, it's one hardness on the Mohs scale, and in another direction, it's another hardness on the Mohs scale, which makes it extremely difficult to cut. Extremely difficult to cut. It's also, if you look at slate, you know, you get little layers of slate. This is formed in layers. So again, it's really difficult to cut and facet. And it took lapidarists years and years and years and years and years and years and years. In fact, it's only in the last, I don't know, probably about 30 to 50 years where they've been able to figure out how to cut this particular gemstone. And for a long time, you would only find it in cabochons. So to have every single one of these faceted, every single one of these individually beautifully faceted, that on its own is an achievement in my book, and that on its own is an achievement. It's 35 carats. They are all perfectly faceted, all over in the most incredible look. This is a gemstone that I highly recommend anyone get a hold of. It is stunning, it is beautiful. People are already checking it out at that price. You're not going to be paying that price, not by any stretch of the imagination. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous stone, isn't it? That is incredible, seriously incredible. I have a ring of this particular gemstone. I adore it. I absolutely adore it. It's such a gorgeous, rich, beautiful blue. This is a gemstone that you can imagine. You can imagine, again, we're saying about it taking on the environment. Think about standing at the top of the Himalayas as the sun is setting and twilight is coming in, and you are looking right at that stone right there, aren't you?
Most definitely. My mum, when she remarried, aged 50, spent 3 weeks trekking in the Annapurna Sanctuary, which is in the foothills of the K2 and Everest area. And the pictures that she took, it is very reminiscent of its environment. But I have to say, that is absolutely an exquisite strand. I love the creaminess that you get in some kyanite, but this is showing you elements that are not often seen.
No.
It's really a stunning quality gemstone strand.
No, it is absolutely gorgeous. And it's actually showing you the layers, because you are getting that duality between the white coming through and the blue coming through there as well. So in some sections you are going to get the lighter blue, some sections you're going to get these streaks of intense, rich, vivid, velvety blue. And it's perfect in every single way. Really perfect. I would want one on a strand. Just one on a chain. Simple, beautiful, gorgeous. Now, after the little break, we have got Miss It, Miss Out, and we also have our second kit. It is going to be an amazing one. We cannot call it Dragon McDragon Face. Jem says no, so it's going to be a no. I want it to be called that though, never mind. Get yourself a brew, it's going to be an amazing one. We're going to see what the dragon should be called in a mo.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Lara De-Leuw and this is Jewellery Maker. And this is the one and only Jem. Hello, darling.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Now, I've got a little bit of a treat for you right now. I say a little bit of a treat. We've had loads of treats all the way through the day, haven't we? Now, cast your mind back. Try to remember which hour it was in now. Was it the first hour? We had the abalone. Second hour. Second hour. We had the abalone. You know, I was talking about having it with feathers. How about these? Because these are little leaves. I'm going to have to get the tweezers because otherwise I won't be able to hold it. Doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop. Doop-de-doop-de-doop. Why am I dooping?
Oh, that's
Do you see
gorgeous.
what I mean? That's what I wanted the effect to be. So you had like the silver over.
Yeah, totally. I absolutely love that. Now, you could let it be free and so that it would move around on the face of the abalone, or you could wire from behind and keep it static, centralised, or artfully and over to one side.
Or any way you like, yeah.
Any way you like, yeah. Go for your life.
That's actually, because you could sort of almost bezel set the outside of the abalone as well.
Yes.
So you've got the silver around the outside, and then you've got that. Oh, yeah, that'd be really nice.
They're gorgeous.
They are stunning. So what we are looking at is 5 individual leaf connectors, all in gorgeous sterling silver, and they are lush. Earrings, 2 pairs of earrings you can get out of this easily, and a pendant as well if you wanted to. Or you've got the connector. Ooh. Okay, so cast your mind back again to the tourmaline strand that we had, the sort of orangey ones that came into the almost caramelly tones. If you were to have a bracelet, think of the autumnal theme, go through with those as the connectors, have a couple of those orangey ones in between, that'd be really lovely. Or the natural ruby that we had earlier on. Or that one got your interest then?
Yes, most definitely.
Liking the idea of those. They are amazing and they are so versatile and so useful in so many different ways. They are fab, aren't they?
Really love the design on those.
Wait till you see
Really
the price.
gorgeous.
Wait until you see the price. Are you ready?
That's really cool. I love that.
And it's sterling silver. It's
Wow.
sterling silver. It's genuinely 925 sterling silver.
It's 3.8 grams across the 5. That's quite substantial, isn't it?
Absolutely. 3.8 grams of sterling silver in total, and yet you're only paying $7.95. Happy days. Works out at £1.59 per leaf.
Are they slightly curved?
They
When
are
you
slightly curved, yes.
I absolutely adore that. How wonderful for making bracelets.
They are.
And if you use them in the ear, it's really nice to have that curvature. It adds a bit of extra interest. Gorgeous.
Sorry, I actually think, right, there's a question that's been said. Is the picture wrong? I don't know if it is. Okay, so the picture is right on the website, but the close-up that we've just seen is not the right one. Because you are seeing only one connector on the close-up that you've just seen. You're actually getting 2. So you can see there. Sorry for that, Jem. I just cut you off there, so apologies.
Not a problem at all.
There you go. So you have got the 2. You have. Have. I was doing a voiceover the other day and thought, goodness me, I need to learn how to pronounce things. There you go. They are stunning. Now I've got 10 minutes of on and gone for you. Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's do it. First of all, I love this gemstone. I actually went looking for this gemstone 2 days ago in a local store, which is a crystal store, and they didn't have any at all. I don't think I'm going to be liking what's going to happen here, because this is going to fly out, isn't it? This is 80 carats of chrysocolla. Wait until you see this price. This might offend people. for chrysocolla. For an entire 80 carats of chrysocolla, that I'm actually wanting to cry at, I'm not going to lie. That is amazing. That is seriously amazing. How many of these have we got? Why? There's 10, by the way. There's 10. There's only 10. Sorry, I wasn't shouting randomly. You did give me the number that we had. I realise you only hear half of the conversation, don't you? How many other? Why? There's only 10, that is it. 10 strands of chrysocolla. If you can get it, get it. Seriously, get this gemstone. You have no idea how difficult it is to get. Ugh.
So in context, you make a lot more sense now, don't you?
Do I? It's not just a random
absolutely.
why.
That's so pretty.
It's so pretty. It really, really is. 4 chances remaining. No wonder.
Sometimes with chrysocolla or chrysocolla, however you prefer to know it, the surface can be somewhat interrupted. So the shine and polish on these is absolutely outstanding. I think it's quite unusual.
It is very unusual, and you're right, it is often interrupted. It's another one of those that does tend to have natural crevices.
Which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But isn't it lovely in this format to have such a beautiful, smooth polish to it?
The other thing is, with chrysocolla, it's quite unusual to get as much bluey green coming through. You quite often, again, have it interrupted, but not with cracks and crevices, but with browns and that coming through. I've got a message come through from Karen. Says, please, please, please call him Drogon. Genius! He's magnificent, Jem. Glad to see the lovely Lara back too. Thank you, my lovely. Do you know what? I think, go ahead, let's do it. Okay, obviously you've got to agree to it, Jem. You've got to agree to it. Come on. We did say Adam West, though, didn't we?
It could be Drogon West. A bit of a...
What about Adam Drogon West?
Yeah, that works for me
Middle
too.
name, can we accept that
Middle
one?
name, good, yeah.
So
works.
let's call him Adam Drogon West Dragonface.
You went there, didn't you?
I had to. Next up is box number 12, which, say that again. Oh, wow. Okay, so we had these in Tanzanite the other morning and they all sold out. And what better way to celebrate Adam Drogon West Dragonface? Ooh. This is gorgeous. I can see why it's sold out in Tanzanite. It's going to sell out again, isn't it?
Can we go back to our Renaissance wedding dress?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And we'd have chains coming...
the chain and the heart.
Chains coming up over the shoulders, chains coming down underneath the shoulders, and that at the centre of the solar plexus. Amazing.
Are you sure this is a Renaissance dress? Because that sounds rather...
It could be a Renaissance dress.
Renaissance dress it is then. This is gorgeous. I'd actually want to turn that into a brooch.
It would be idyllic as a brooch. Genuinely, it's got that real vintage feel to it.
It absolutely does. Look at the blue. Love it. 4 chances remaining. Like I said, it is going to end up selling out, isn't it? Who could be possibly lucky enough to get a hold of it? Love it. Absolutely love it. Right. What's next? Ooh, where am I looking? Where am I looking? Come on, I can't. It's straight in front of my face and I can't see it. Goodness me. My glasses, don't I? But my daughter, every time I put my glasses on, she goes to grab them and shove them in her mouth. I had her attached to my face with the glasses the other day. It was carrying her downstairs. Oh dear. It was quite entertaining. John said, how are you? Yeah, fine. Baby attached to face by glasses. So this is what I was looking for, minus my glasses. There is only a handful of these remaining as well. It is actually gold. Now, is it gold plated or is it actual gold plated sterling silver? There we are. Gold plated sterling silver twisted curb chain, 30 inches for £11.95. It's beautiful.
Oh, look at the paparazzi lights going there
Oh,
on
yeah.
those surfaces. Incredible.
You're going to feel like a superstar with this, aren't you?
You absolutely are. Is that 30 inches?
Yes, yeah, 30
Wow, wow.
inches. How many of these do we have? 9 remaining, and that is it. That is a gift on its own, isn't it? That's absolutely a gift on its own. Five in baskets, they're gonna go. Now, I'm sorry, I keep going silent. It's because I'm literally just moving it back and forth through the light and going, oh, sparkle.
You actually are a magpie.
I am, aren't I? I'm about the right height for it, in fairness. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Right. Now, these are diamond cut beads. If you do want to see how short I am in comparison to some people, you need to go to my Facebook page. Have you seen my professional Facebook page? You need to see this. I had to interview a model yesterday, in fact. Wow, it feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, you need to see the height difference. Let's just put it that way. Now these are stunning. They're 925 sterling silver. Diamond cut. Oh dear, I'm sorry I'm chuckling. There is a whole conversation about my height going on at the moment in the background. And Mike is asking about... No, oh no, I know what you're referring to. So Mike's saying he thought that my husband used to hide things on the top shelf so I couldn't reach it and couldn't find it. No, the thing you're referring to is at a party, we had a barbecue, so we had loads of people over, and I couldn't reach something on the top shelf. And I'm normally humiliated by people because of how short I am. And I had to get it out, and the only option was the step ladder. So I thought I'll do it really quickly, got the step ladder out, climbed to the top, went to grab it just as the people who normally humiliate me for my height came in. That's what that one was. And then I was... Then Phil said, remember when Lara took the ring to Mordor? I actually have a hairy toe as well, so it works! I lie not, I have a little hairy big toe, there we are. That's so humiliating to say, I don't believe I said that. Right, now ignore that, forget that. £5.95. Yeah, too much information there. Oh dear. They're diamond cuts, completely lost it now. They've already gone, sold out, well done. No taking that one back, is there? Where are we? I've got some boxes here that I'd like to hide myself in right now. And maybe the ground open up and swallow me, whichever. These are great. Oh, is there? Oh, yeah, there's another one. So you are getting 6 of these boxes. Oh dear, I'm not going to repeat what was just said to me, but it's just made me cry laughing. I do apologise. Oh. These, let's just say it's referring to my height again. These are really, really wonderful in the regard that you can, if you like papier-mâché, you can actually create a really beautiful design on the surface of them. They're perfect for painting as well and doing wonderful designs. And get yourself some foam on the inside, and look how sturdy they are, they're gorgeous. You can actually get your ring or your earrings. It's a perfect little gift box. Works out at what price did you say? Was it 66p each? Is that right?
Really good, isn't it?
That can't be right. Phil, is that right? 66p? Really? 66p each. I tell you what, you might as well, for those kind of prices, if you are... Oh, teary already. If you are having a wedding, and think about this for a moment, wedding gifts, little gifts of favours on the table in little boxes like this. How pretty is that going to be? How beautiful is that?
They're absolutely gorgeous. I love that they're oval as well, because you can get sort of printing stamps, and you could maybe get something that is relevant to either your own brand if you're making to sell, or if you are doing wedding favours, maybe something that's relevant to you and your partner.
That's really lovely. I like the idea of actually wrapping ribbon around them as well, so you can hand tie ribbon. Oh, really, really lovely. And see how sturdy that is, actually quite good to get off. I say good, it's quite firm, it's quite difficult to get off, so it's not going to be one of those that you drop and it opens and things cascade out. £3.95, that's fabulous. In some stores you could be paying those kind of prices for 1 or 2 of them, so to get 6 of them, incredible. Did you just say 100 and... Okay, there's 130 days remaining until Christmas. Might sound as ages away. So, no, if you are actually thinking about making to sell at craft fairs in October, November and December, then these are the kind of things you need to be thinking about. Are you going to be selling optional gift wrapping? Are you going to be selling boxes with the jewellery or giving them as an addition to it? Or even just using them to show the jewellery off if you wanted to, have them as scene dressings. They are fantastic. They're fantastic. And they are a fantastic price point as well. Now, let's move over before I humiliate myself anymore. Now, this kit has been on pre-order since the start of the show. There's only 70 of these kits available, and that is it. Oh, dear. So... Adam, Drogon, West, Dragon Face. You will see in a moment. It's amazing. I mean, seriously, take a look at this creation. It is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Karen has agreed. No, I've still got the please. Where is? Oh, there it is. Genius, love Adam West, Drogon, Dragon, McDragon Face. Then does that make Lara and Jem the dynamic duo? Yes! It is, what was it, Chaos and Mayhem, the dynamic duo.
Chaos and Mayhem, actually,
there we are. Chaos and Mayhem, the dynamic duo. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling up for that.
Definitely. I think we would make an excellent dynamic duo.
Absolutely. Now, I love the dragon, you know I love the dragon. But I still love, and I can't remember how you say it. Well, how do you call it?
I refer to them as triquetra.
Triquetra. So what does the quetra stand for? So tri is for 3, isn't it? So what's quetra?
I don't speak Latin, so I'm not 100% sure.
I have no idea. Yeah, if you could actually find out what it stands for. How do you spell it? I have no idea.
Triquetra.
Okay, Phil's going to find out what it means for us. So how easy was this kit to work with?
It was an absolute delight. It came with a theme, which was Wirework Dragon.
Yep.
And the Wirework Dragon came along first, and then the little tiny earrings closest to us, which we will be demoing,
I've just
came
noticed
along
those.
as well.
I love those.
They're baby dragon tail earrings.
I did notice it matches the tail beautifully.
The whole theme.
The tail is what I love.
They are adorable.
Oh, I love the bracelet as well.
So that is known as a triskele or a triskele with an extra added swirl in the middle. Now the swirl in the middle isn't normally there, but it's there to hold it all together and cover some mechanics, which is, as an artist, my licence to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you've got, again, a gorgeous design.
Now, I can't actually remember what the name of that one is. I did write it down in my book, but my book's at home.
It looks very much like a star.
It is a bit like a star, I suppose, yeah. But it's, again, it's an endless knot. So the loops, one strand all the way through. So it would be a series of 4 teardrop shapes with the teardrops nestling in the middle. And then I held it all together with some spinel. Oh. Just because I could, because there was spinel there. I mean, what a luxury to have.
I love it. Because I could. That's the best answer for anything. Why have you? Because I could.
Exactly.
There we are. That's what we want in life, though, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely.
Now, what do we have in this particular kit? Well, you are getting 10 metres of the 0.4. Oh, there's no 0.4. Bear with me a second. So here it is. $10 metres, sorry about this, 10 metres of 0.8, 8 metres of the 1 mil, and 100 metres of the 0.25. All of them in the gorgeous copper. You are then getting 35 carats of the black spinel, which are the graduated faceted rondelles. You are also getting a 50 carat black agate oval cabochon, which is 40 by 30, and then 60 carats of the black spinel, which are the graduated faceted buttons. So I'm sorry about the wire, I'm so used to saying 0.4 because we normally have 0.4, but in this one you're getting the 0.25, the 0.8 and the 1. That is a lot actually, and I really like the fact you are getting the unusual sizes of the wire. 0.25
It's lovely,
is not something we usually get.
No, it's stunning to make that super fine weaving. And if you're using it in a design where you want to disappear the wire, it's ideal. So with the triquetra that has the sun rays and the spinel buttons around it, the buttons are added on after everything else, and the 0.25 wire kind of disappears into the design. So it's almost like their illusion set on there, which is a really handy feature.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the fact you're getting 100 metres of that as well, that's a lot.
Yes, it goes on and on.
Ah, masses, masses and masses and masses of it. And today we're doing it all for £21.95. Huge amounts of wire in this, and then the 2 strands, which are both stunning. I mean, take a look at the coins. I love these.
They are beautiful to work with, really lovely.
There's so much lustre to them as well. And of course you've got the faceted rounds there, or rondelles, sorry, faceted rondelles there. It actually works out, when you break it down, at £3.14 per component.
Oh, that's not bad at all, is it?
That's ridiculously low, isn't it? That's amazing. When you think about it, that's, what was it, £3.14 for a strand of spinel?
Yes.
£3.14 for a cabochon, £3.14 for a spool of wire. Celine has messaged in, 0.25 wire, wonderful for crochet jewellery too. Great kit, gorgeous projects.
Thank you,
It really
darling.
is. I'm actually, I can't get over the 0.25. That is such an amazing amount to get 100 metres of it.
If you make a basic leaf shape and you do, we talk quite often about the back and forth, which is sometimes called a basket weave.
Yes.
So you go round 4 times on one side, swap over 4 times on the other, and you go back and forth. If you do that same design in a 0.4 and a 0.25 and put them side by side, it's really interesting to see the different effects that you get. Because if you do that level of weaving with a 0.25, you build up an almost, it's like a metallic surface. which is really interesting because in wire work we tend to not have access to building up a surface. You would look to sheet to create that.
Right.
So it's really lovely to be able to bring that beautiful glossiness.
There we are, there we are. So what will you be demoing for us, my darling?
We are going to have a look at the baby dragon tails.
Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. They're so cute. Little pepper dragons.
I just love them. I really do. And I think
dragon tail face.
Oh. Taily McTailface.
Taily McTailface. Baba Taily McTailface as well.
How easy are they to do? Because they look like beginner's project.
Really?
Yep, totally.
Awesome.
The only thing that you would need to bear in mind is if you're making them as earrings rather than an individual charm or as just a piece of decor, you will need to think about your symmetry. So in this design, you can make both of them right-handed and just flip them over because there isn't a front and a back. That's not a problem. But when you are making two of the same thing, you will need to cut 2 lengths of wire and do section by section.
Do you, and you're going to explain this anyway, but do you do it freehand or do you wrap it round something to get the shape right and the size right?
It's a bit of both. So we will go for that.
Okay.
So I'm looking initially at around about 9 inches of the 1mm wire.
Kath says amazing makes, Jem.
Thank you so much, Kath. Thank you for being with us. Lots of love.
Absolutely.
Oh, my heart's a bit lopsided. Hang on.
Do we need to get something so you can wrap it around it so you can get it symmetrical?
You know when you close your eyes and you touch your nose, and sometimes you look like a massive silly Billy because you missed. Why do you close
your eyes and touch your nose?
Well, just to prove that you know where your face is in the dark.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Or did you not do this as a child? You had to bring your fingers together, but you had to do it with your eyes closed. Total miss, total fail. That's actually really good. I'm impressed.
It is slightly out, but can't get my nose though, can I? Right. So what's the length we've got?
It's around about 9 or 10 inches or so.
Okay.
And that's going to make quite substantial baby dragon tail. You can also use the 0.8mm if you prefer, and afterwards if you want to hammer it, it gives it a really lovely effect too. You don't need to if you're using the 1mm, it sits fine, and to be perfectly honest, in the ear 0.8 would probably be fine as well.
Okay.
But it is a nice optional extra to sort of give you a different surface effect, and this wire hammers beautifully.
And if you were to do it bigger and as a pendant, would you go for a bigger, like a 1mm?
Yeah, definitely. If I'm wearing it as a pendant, it's much more likely to get attached to things, such as a microphone. So you would need to have either a heavier wire or you would definitely need to hammer it to give it some more strength so that it retains that shape.
Brilliant, thank you.
So the first part of the design is to move in and create the little pointy part of the tail. Okay, so I'm going to use my trusty bent chain nose pliers again, and I'm going quite fine in to bring the first tilt, okay? So it's only about 4mm or so, and I'm going slightly further than 90 degrees to begin with. Let me just show that away. Wunderbar. And what I'm going to do now is to go in and make that quite a sharp point, as I want that to be a nice, clean bend. So I'm just going to move that and bring that back.
Okay.
And I'm doing that with a little bit of a wiggle, and then I'm using the heat of my thumb and the pressure of my thumb to just put a little curve in.
What does the wiggle do?
What does the wiggle do? Just gives me a slightly sharper point on my bend.
Ah.
You don't want to over wiggle your wire, because as you're wiggling it, you begin to both work harden it and make it more brittle. So a couple of little wiggles and you get the sharp bend. Too many wiggles and it will snap. So there is a fine line that you need to experiment with.
Cool.
But we're looking at the very end of a piece of wire here, and if it all goes Pete Tong at this stage, then you can just snip that off and continue. Other DJs are available. So I've put that little curve in, and I'm going to come down to the tip of the tail and come back now. Sorry, tracked out of vision there. So bring that tip of the pliers back in and try to replicate that curve.
Does that hurt doing that, or is it soft enough to?
Not in the slightest.
Brilliant.
That's absolutely fine. Now I suffer quite strongly with arthritis in this wrist, in my left wrist. So when I bring you projects, I try to bring you projects that won't cause you too much grief or anguish or fatigue is the word I'm trying to think of.
That's really good to know.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is try to come up the same distance from here to here, from here to here. Come in with the pliers and cross that back over. I can do that in 2 manoeuvres. And you can see that we've got a curve here and a curve here. Now, go in with the pliers, and this is where you want the outside edge of your pliers to be in a straight line from the tip of the tail. So, there we go. We've got that first section all ready and done. Shall I show that over that direction? At the moment we've got a nice straight line. So you've got your little tail to begin with, and we're going to carry on now, over and above. So going in with the fine chain nose pliers again, just to give that a bit of a grip, slipped off there, so sorry. And you can see just by hand, I'm getting that to circle around the tip of the tail. Now I'm trying to keep that flat. You do just need an occasional adjustment, but you can see how the wire, and this is the 1 mil, is just really doing the work for me. And I didn't do overly much to this wire before I cut it and got it ready for the demo. So that's our first little section ready. The next section, you can use a marker pen or a fine lipstick, perhaps a lip gloss, but I'm going to reach for my bail making pliers. And I'm going to use the largest of the 3 sizes on this side. Now, I don't know off the top of my head what that size is, but it is about the size of a fairly chunky pen or a fine marker pen. This one, okay? So what we are going to do is draw the wire away, because we're going to curve around in a figure of 8. What you can sometimes do is draw the wire too far around, and then you get confused and it doesn't look as nice. So that's coming up at quite a nice 45-degree angle. If I pop that down.
I'm easily confused.
Excuse me. So I've popped that down flat on the sheet to show you. Dragon tail is pointing down in a straight line.
Yep.
And I'm coming up at approximately 45 degrees. Now I've gone all the way around, up at 45 degrees. So we are now going to make use of our bail making pliers and
you're going
draw
for the biggest
that,
one.
going for the biggest one, and just draw that around. Over we go, and we've made the first half of our figure of 8. If I remove the bail makers, you'll see, put that back into position, just how that has come together. Now we're going to replicate the other side. Again, using the largest of the bail makers, bring that into position, just get that to sit neatly. Now what I'm looking to do here is make this top level with this top. If I show that to Leah, would that help? So I show that over here. So you can see that I'm looking for the top here to be the same height as the top here in comparison to the bottom of the tail curve. Yeah? Brilliant. So if I bring that back to 4 and draw the tail of the wire all the way around, it really is that simple. You've made your baby dragon tail, and you think, gosh, that looks like it might be tricksy, but it really, really isn't. So if I take the bail makers out, pop that down, there you go. So again, if you were making a pair to be worn as a pair of earrings, you'd want to do that section by section to get your sizes absolutely right. It's much easier to do a little bit of a tail, do the tail on the other one, make the first curve, and then sit them side by side to ensure that they are the same. Now, just to finish off, all you do is to create a tiny little loop at the top, and because this is earrings, we don't need to worry about it being a wrapped loop. We're just going to go for a single curve around the top section of my round nose pliers. Just draw that around. There we go, until that sits quite nicely centrally between those 2. So that sits at the top, and if it doesn't sit quite at the top, then we'll roll that over. So if that isn't quite 100%, you can just roll that a little bit until it sits perfectly. Okay? And then all I'm going to do is flip this over and trim the excess off. Because it's earrings and there's no real weight to this design, I just hold that nicely, trim with the flush cutters, make sure you cut the right bit of wire, and then come in and flatten that last loop down. If you give that a squeeze between your flat facing pliers, you can even lift that slightly and get right in there and almost bite down on the metal. Then you will harden that loop so it's unlikely to come apart, and then you just add on some earring findings.
That's really lovely.
Beginner's project, really nice finish, it's perfect in this wire, absolutely beautiful. It's lovely wire.
Could you attach, well, it's a silly question because of course you could, little gemstones going in there would be really lovely as well, wouldn't
Absolutely. I know the earrings that you like, the triquetras with the extra added spinel.
Yeah.
You could wire around if you so desire. That would be an option. You could add a drop off the base of the tail if you so desire. So it's lots of different options to make it your own and add on bits of different things. I mean, there are certain gemstones that are quite dragony, like we were looking at the labradorite earlier, and that is reminiscent of mystical beings and things. So
Avril has also sent a message through. Yay, got home in time to see the dragon earring demo. Yay. Happy me! Awesome designs, Jem. Love you all, Avril. Thank you, my lovely.
Thank you, darling.
Julie has messaged in from Dorset. Hello, my dear. Saying, evening, ladies. Lovely designs, Jem. Always enjoy your demos.
thank you so much for being with us. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much, my lovely. Now, don't forget what you are actually getting in this kit. There are 20 of these in baskets at this moment in time. Check those baskets out. Now, you're actually getting 100 metres of the 0.25 wire, which is something we don't see in kits very often. It's normally 0.4, 0.8. Talking of 0.8, you are getting 10 metres of the 0.8. So that's 100 metres of the 0.2, 10 metres of the 0.8, and then 4 metres of the 1 mil, and you get 2 of those. So 2 of the 1 mil, I was going to say metre, no, 2 of the 1 mil, and they're 4 metres each, so that's 8 in total, 100 metres of the 0.2 and 10 metres of the 0.8. If you can follow that, good. On top of that, you're then getting 35 carats of your graduated faceted rondelles in the black spinel, and 60 carats of the graduated faceted buttons in the black spinel, and finally a 50 carat black agate oval cab, which is cool.
It is perfection.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolute perfection. Sometimes you want interest in a gemstone, sometimes you want fancy faceting on the surface, sometimes you want a coating. But with a black agate, isn't it beautiful to just have that perfect blank canvas?
That's all you need.
It is, it's absolutely stunning. And it's classic. It will not go out of style.
Absolutely, and you can put it with anything. That's the nice thing about it as well. It goes with any metal, any gemstone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to have a bit of a cheeky. Thank you, Jem, my darling.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you, darling. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Do you know what we're going to do now? Miss it, miss out is what we're going to do. And I'm going to start off with unbelievable. A tulip. I love tulips. Something about tulips. Tulips are amazing.
Do you like tiptoeing through them?
Yes. Tiptoe. I like when it's spring again, I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam with a hot... No, you don't know that one?
No.
Oh, it's lovely. Lovely.
You have to teach it to me.
I shall. I love it. Love it. Love it. Never heard of it before until I was doing something many years ago, and then all of a sudden it was there. I'm going to hold it upright so you can see it in its full glory. You can see it's got a jump ring at the bottom, so it's got that wonderful way to attach. But look how pretty this is. You've also got a little jump ring at the top there as well, so if you did want to turn it into a necklace that way, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, and at £30, bargain.
That is incredible. I have never seen anything like that before.
Isn't it stunning?
It's very reminiscent of a particular designer in the 1920s who worked a lot in silver. I think that's absolutely stunning.
Very much so. And the fact you've got it a little ability to attach on both sides. I want to turn it into a brooch. I absolutely do. There's no question about it. I would want to turn that into a brooch.
That would be my first port of call as well. I think it's exquisite.
Although as a pendant, again, I mean, look at that. As an upright pendant, that would be beautiful. With maybe a little, I want to say pearl at the bottom. Little pearl at the bottom.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Or even a tiny little nugget of amber at the bottom there. Or even peridot, yes, nice choice.
Peridot would be beautiful with
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. 4 chances though, that's all I've got. That is it. Good luck, that'll end up selling out. That's the first time I've seen that, it's gorgeous. Now, I have got a hammered cable chain, there's 9 available, and the price is going to knock your little socks off. Knock your little socks off. 18 inches of 925 sterling silver. Take a look at the sparkle on this. Take a look at the sparkle and then take a look at the sparkly, sparkly price point. £5. Yeah, that's actually happening. We are doing it. We're giving a handful of you, 9 of you in fact, a chance to own it for £5.
So that's 2.5 grams of sterling silver in this piece.
Yep.
That has met my magic marker.
Yep.
Of just sly of £2 per gram, which
Wow.
in finished jewellery is exceptional value. This is my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I just think that's exceptional.
That's amazing. Gone. Of course it has. No question about it. That was going to go straight away, wasn't it? Now, oh, this would go really nicely. Oh. Silver pendant with the pearl. Do you know what I'd actually be tempted to do? Let me grab it back. Where's it gone? Oh, it's gone. Okay, cast your mind back to the amber that we just had. This at the base of it with the pearl in the centre. Or even that on its own, in fairness.
That's delicious.
Beautiful, isn't it? So all you do, I've just popped the pearl on there, I'm going to take it off. So you've got your little screw there, bit of glue on that, and then you've got a hole in the pearl, pop it on, glue's in place, sterling silver, pendant, all done for you.
It's perfectly elegant, isn't it, that design? So
Beautiful.
swooshy.
Absolute swooshy, I like that.
Swooshy's probably
It's
not a word.
Swooshy. It is swooshy, and it's all done in a very short space of time, and it costs a tiny £7.95. That is stunning, isn't it? A little bit of glue, pop it on. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Tiny amount of these available as well. In fact, if you've got the chain, just £5 for the chain, £7.95 for this. That is less than £15 for an entire necklace with a fresh water cultured pearl. £12.90, is it? £12.90. Minimal assembly required.
All I would recommend is that you put a tiny scratch on the post and a tiny dab of glue, and then the glue seeps into the scratch that you make. So you could use a bit of sandpaper or a tiny file.
Really?
Yep, and then the glue seeps into that and it gives it something much meatier to grab hold of.
Oh, so the nice thing is as well, if I'm right, I might, with the post, there is actually, it is a screw effect. So you've got ridges
fantastic.
round it as well. So, I mean, you could do that on the top, but you've also got the ridges round it on the outside. That would help also, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, I love it. And what glue would you use?
I would tend to go for something a little bit more gloopy, so an E6000,
Cool.
something along those lines.
Gloopy glue. E6000. There we are. You should be able to find that on our website as well. £7.95. Final few chances. Beautiful look. Now I'm going to leave those there with you because I've got loads to bring to you before we finish. Now, ooh, check out the amethyst. Check out the amethyst. I love these. These remind me of blackcurrants. Beautiful blackcurrant or big blueberries. Love the look of them. Imagine these as studs.
That would be immense.
Mm-hmm.
What a colour. That's incredible.
Love the look of those. I'm wondering if there is a possibility if we actually have like a little, a bead cap would actually work. If you had a bead cap on it, done. These are going to go for a tiny price point as well. 265 carats of amethyst, 10 mil rounds, 38 centimetres, £8.95. 7 chances, that's it. 7 strands available at that price point. 7 strands available. I love it. Absolutely love it. Nothing quite like your amethyst. It is one of those gemstones that will go with so many different things, isn't it?
It does. I mean, it looks amazing if you pop that with some antique bronze wire. It's a really different look.
Yes.
It's like chocolate and chocolate box colour together.
Om nom nom.
Om nom indeed.
Om nom 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 nom.
But it's classically elegant with your gold. It looks amazingly fresh with your silver. So pretty with a rose gold as well.
Oh, when you pair it, talking of rose gold, pair it with something like rose quartz.
And the multicolour moonstone from Norway.
Ah!
Yeah, oh no. Has it left?
It's left the building.
No. But that would be stunning. If you were lucky enough to get the Norwegian moonstone multicolours.
It would be incredible.
Ideal.
In fact, I am going to bring a moonstone in, but it's not the Norwegian moonstone. It's gone. The amethyst has gone. I am going to actually bring on the remaining few of these ones for you. The beautiful moonstone. I'm going to pop. This is just, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's a bit of a recap. 35 carats of your rainbow moonstone, and they are just, I mean, look, there it is.
It is a high performance gem. Absolutely love it. 0 to gorgeous in no seconds at all.
Oh yeah, wow, love it. £14.95 as well. Bargain, bargain, bargain. Love the quality of that. Absolutely love it. Got a few more to bring for you. Oh, hello. I'm throwing it everywhere. Sorry, sorry. Right, I have got. Hello. Vintage colour. Knit wear. Actually, knit wire, not knit wear. But I had to say it. Knit wear. Knit wire. How amazing is this? Hanging pendants off this would be fantastic on its own, but...
Perfect.
Oh.
And very, very simply, if you want to just clasp it into a ribbon cord end, it does sort of squish down to enable you to do that.
Oh, it does. Sorry, I'm squishing the end now. It does. Look, it absolutely does. And you could thread through it as well if you wanted to.
You could go for the whole Wags Y cone. You could use the ends that we sometimes bring for Kumi Hemo.
Yeah.
You could just wire into it and create an aperture on which you could add a jump ring. And then once you've got a jump ring, the world's your oyster, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You could create some amazing, amazing things with this. £2.95. Oh, yes, please. 1 metre of the hollow knit wire. Last few chances on that one. It's been a while since we've seen anything like this, really, hasn't it? Ooh, I love the colour as well.
It's gorgeous.
Really beautiful. Quite a loose knit as well, so you can see and thread through.
So you could put quite a thick wire through there. If it's approximately 3 millimetres across, then you could probably get a 1.5 mil of a different colour up the middle.
Do you know,
that would look really attractive.
Let me have a look. Let me have a nosy. I can't actually see the millimetres. It's around about that because it's less than 5. So yeah, I'd say about 3.5. Beautiful. Final few chances on that one. Well done if you managed to get a hold of it. Now, I've got some dogtooth amethyst for you. Now, the last amethyst strand went very quickly. Long gone. This is a bit long in the tooth. Ha-ha! Ba-bum! Especially the middle one. Love the length of the middle one, actually. It's huge. You would be barking to miss it. Now you're setting the dogs off again.
No, it was a quick one. They won't have noticed. It's fine.
That's all good. So we're looking at 70 carats of your dogtooth amethyst. Beautiful layout bars, 16mm to 40mm, 5 pieces in a set. Completely and utterly natural, and they're from Brazil.
Oh.
And they are a teeny weeny, itsy bitsy,
Not polka dot.
not polka dot, dogtooth, £6.95. £6.95. You could quite easily be looking at those kind of prices for just one on its own, couldn't you?
The single piece. And they make lovely pendulums as well.
Oh, they do.
Really gorgeous
they
for
really
that.
do.
Or as the tip of a wand.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Not very many of these available at all. I'm just looking at this one going, that would look beautiful. Wire wrapped in silver and just hanging on its own, or just with a cord.
Very simply, yeah. I'm not entirely sure how big the drill holes are, but you could certainly try threading some fairly thick threading material through there
I
to
reckon
hang it.
0.8.
Oh, lovely.
You could possibly get through there.
So a nice satin.
Yeah.
It's going to look gorgeous. Just a single gemstone on a long satin,
Yeah.
about solar plexus length,
Yeah.
with a macrame fixing at the back, and then there's no metalwork whatsoever if you don't want there to be.
I think you could get away as well if you didn't have a chain. If you just had a chain off a reel, and you didn't have jump rings on it, you could probably thread quite a fine chain through there.
Oh, wow.
And then attach the jump rings on and just turn it straight into a necklace.
That
on a
would be
chain, done.
amazing. It would look like an illusion piece, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Love it. Hold those lines on that one. Next up, I've got grey moonstone.
Ooh.
Take a look at this. This I love. I love grey moonstone because it's more like silver moonstone or moonstone. If that makes any moonstone. It's moony. That doesn't make any sense. But you see what I mean? It does look.
That's a stunner. Absolute stunner. Now that's the satin to Labradorite's velvet.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And it looks like the moon literally trapped behind a cloud on a stormy night. It really is beautiful. It is a proper silver to it as well, isn't it?
It is. Reminds me of Taruva moonstone. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The Taruva, from what, I cast my mind back, the actual name comes from the fact you get a pinpoint of light like a star, and I think Taruva means star, doesn't it?
Something like that.
Something along those lines. Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
I'm not saying it is, obviously, but it's reminiscent to me of that.
Very, very similar look, isn't it? Very similar look. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I've already got, Anilo's got 2 there. Well done, my darling. Lots of you with it in your baskets yet to check out. They're stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Of course, it's not Taruva, by the way. It is that wonderful quality. And it's faceted as well.
Which adds to its mysterious elements. You get those little sort of kites just glistening.
I do love the quites. The quites.
I like quites too.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Haha!
Quite.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Kites. Goodness me, kite. Get your teeth in, De-Leuw. Come on. I'm going to squeeze in a 1-minute wonder before we end the show. What could it be? Some clear quartz. Of course it is. These are amazing. $111 carats of clear quartz, which are graduated plain slices, 11 by 6 to 24 by 7, and it's an 18cm strand. Tiny, tiny, tiny price point. Completely and utterly natural as well, which is really lovely to see. So if you want a tiny price point for 18 centimetres, get yourself on those lines now. Look at these, they are gorgeous, aren't they?
They are absolutely stunning. I can see those in sunlight catchers, dream catchers.
Oh yeah.
The sort of thing that you want to hang in a window and allow the natural sunlight to interplay with it.
Absolutely. And if you're wondering why I'm looking over, I'm actually looking at them on the big screen so I can see what they look like as you're seeing them, because what I see is very, very different normally in comparison, but actually this is a great representation of what it is. Great representation. It looks so beautiful. It really does look so beautiful. Magic. Is it time already? Wow, in that case, check those baskets out and come for a wander with me. Come for a wander. There's all kinds of things on the floor down there. Hello, darling.
All right,
Thank
Gold.
you so much for an amazing show, as always.
Thank you. I've had such a blast, as always.
When are you on again?
I will be back with you on Saturday on The Late Show for Metal Weekend.
Oh.
And I've promised not to dress up like a metal rock god
Why
type
not?
person.
Why not? So it's Metal Weekend this weekend. I'll
is.
actually be with you as well on Sunday.
Oh, I will miss you.
I'm on The Late Show on the Sunday. So it's going to be fab. So there is the abalone, Marquise, which has vanished. So you will be able to see that in a moment. Have they sold out? No, it's still available. So do make sure you're having a look. There it is. There it is. There it is. Now I want to say thank you very much to Jem and to everyone for the wonderful show tonight. And don't forget, you can re-watch us in a minute on this channel, or you can go to YouTube to get any of the demos that you may have missed. Jem will be with you on Saturday. I shall be with you on Sunday. It's been an absolute pleasure. Love to you, and have a really good night. Mwah.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our jewellery